14? 14. Are they making any sense?
Yeah.
Any relation to our lives? Sure. So the big question is just to ask, which one can I identify myself with at this particular moment of my life? Niko wapi saa hii? Because here I wish ocean bado sio. Bado we are still in that process of journey. So the ocean is not yet. But these other ones are deep. Where did I say I am? Because our lives is this week we've gotten a moment to have that self-search. Look at the issues that surround us and try to align themselves with where am I? How does this relate with me? So we keep on reflecting even as we move on, trying to relate them with even some of the issues we've talked about previously, yesterday, the day before, and ever since we started. Okay? That is our reflection for the day. We have 15 minutes to break. I would want 15 minutes is too short to invite somebody to start a session. So kindly, if we can use the 15 minutes to do a recap, and then when we come back, we allow the Youth Enterprise Fund a chance to share with us, and then we finish up what we left yesterday. Iko sawa hivyo? Okay. So, Madam Dorothy, njoo tuongoze katika recap kwa dakika 15 ambazo zimesalia.
Asante Alphonse. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are well? I'm also well. Today, our recap, I would like everyone to talk. At least we have 15 minutes left and we'll go very fast. So we remind ourselves what we are taking home for 5 days. This is our last day, so we can recap as at now. Since Monday until this time. So where are we starting?
Sio lazima ndio live.
Anybody who is ready? We are recapping from Monday. Yes.
Yesterday I learned that sexual purity, it can be my background.
Maybe if you can stand, it will help those who are behind.
Yeah, I'm all of myself. Comrade from Nairobi. Yesterday I learned, the values of sexual purity and how it can affect me in my daily life as a student. And also outside life. And I realized that sexual purity can make my life vulnerable. When lack of it can make my life vulnerable. And then from the previous day that we've gone through, I realized that there are so many diseases that we can get, through, sex, maybe. So it has been an awesome session. I've learned a lot.
Thank you. Let's clap for him. Another person? We are all going to speak. Shabi?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Shabi from the Technical University of Kenya. I also did learn a lot, but what stood out for me was the parable of the pencil and how the pencil is made. That the pencil has to go through sharpening to do well. Lately in my life, I have to go through some hard things that will eventually make me well. And the most important thing about the pencil is what is inside, the graphite. Relating it to my life or our lives, the most important thing is our mental well-being, what is inside, the things we think, and ultimately understanding ourselves, getting in touch with ourselves, and living up to our potentials. Thank you.
Thank you, Akbar. Philip? Let's go to Lydia. Okay. What's your name?
D.
Oh. Yeah, that one. Sorry. Good morning.
So I'd like to recall about draw attention to what we learned on Monday about the behavioral change process. And it's important that we understand that all the concepts we've been taught since then up to today, there's a phrase, there's a sort of, let me call it an aphorism, that Mr. Alphonse has been telling us to tie everything to how will this ultimately resonate with me. So we went through the behavioral change process. We learned that I found that there's a very interesting dynamic between knowledge and power and character and lack thereof, how those two interact, producing different breeds of disaster, or alternatively producing different breeds of impactful leadership, because I believe that's what our purpose is here. Yes,
Thank you. Let's begin at Joshua.
Good morning. So what I took home is that it is during that period that you have where there is pressure that it pushes us to clarify our values, and it pushes us to make a choice. When you are in pressure, it is the time that you are most vulnerable, so you have to make choices, and you have to stand and make a choice, and you have to be confident, but don't be overconfident. And also in life, you have to ask, why not me? Everybody is doing it, why not me? You have to have that title of, like, why not me? Why can't I make this? Why can't I do this? You are entitled. Anything that is in this world, you are entitled to it. You can do anything. So you have to have that mind. If others are doing it, even me, I'm a human being. I have brains, I have everything, I have every resources. I can do it too. Then in life, I learned that we are like a pencil, and you have to be sharpened. Like we were sharpening our pencils during the Asian composition in KCP. You have to be prepared to be sharpened so that you can bring out your best, the best of you in life. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Hi, this morning. I'm Tiffany Meralda from Mount Kenya University. Actually, what I've learned from you guys, not even from the topic of being discussed, but I've learned a lot from. It's good to increase my circle because I like people in a like circle. I've increased friends in my circle, and I'm very happy. I've learned a lot. The unity amongst us is just amazing. I'm carrying a lot of things to take to MKU about the student from TUC and you're in. I've learned a lot. I'm very happy of all of you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Gloria.
Hi guys. Okay, what I've learned from Monday is mostly focused on behavior, since most of our problems are self-inflicted and are tied to our behavior. And our behaviors are dictated by our values. So if you have your values right, your behaviors must be right. So your life will be a bit more better. Because we are told that 90% of our problems are self-inflicted and are caused by our behavior. So if we work on our behaviors, we are going to improve our lives slowly by slowly. And yesterday, Prof said something very profound, not yesterday, the previous day, that it's your choice to be poor. So my take home is, after this session, what will I do in order for me to change my life and in order for me to make my life better than it was? Because it's my choice to be poor, or it's my choice to remain the way I came in on Monday. So yeah, that's what I've learned so far.
Thank you. Frederick?
Yes, call me Frederick from TUK. Yes, today I got to understand something that I've been asking myself. When I was admitted in TUK, we do always have orientation, and from Prof, our dean, from his speech, I still have a word in it. I remember he told us that in university life, there is time for everything. In university life, there is time for everything. So, it is you to decide what is this everything. I'm from Jisort Youth. Today I've answered what this everything is. And we found that value is everything. Is it so? Value is everything. This value, why value? Why do we term value as everything? We said value is everything because it will influence your choices. It will influence your choices. And from that value, after it has influences your choice, you will now have a choice. This your choice will also affect your behavior. Is it so? Your choice shall affect your behavior. As value influence choice, choice will affect behavior. This behavior, it does also not end there. Behavior also impacts something. It impacts your character. Behavior impacts your character. And your character will finally determine what brought you in campus, your destiny. When you are coming from home, you had a goal, to accomplish at the campus. So you will have your value that will influence your choice, affect your behavior, impact your character, and finally determine your destiny. Prof, I thank you so much. You included me here, and today I'm answered. Thank you.
Let's appreciate Emmanuel. Let's try.
Good morning. I'm Emmanuel from University of Nairobi, and what stood out for me is that we have choices in between choosing between being poor and being rich. So I think it's upon us to choose the path that we want to walk, because we've undergone the whole process since Monday up to today, and I think we have all it takes to take the right path. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's appreciate him. Abigail.
Abigail from Kenya University. For me, I learned about someone's opinion should not be achievements. Another one, it's good when you choose a no, you stick to a no. When you choose a yes, you stick to a yes.
Thank you. Let's appreciate her.
Good morning. My name is Oludhe Mirian from the Technical University of Kenya. There are a few, I'm going to highlight some 3 issues that I'm going to carry home. Number 1, you are an exact replica of the people you work with, the people you talk to, the people you're seen around with. And there's somebody who is always watching. In a crowd of 60, please don't feel offended. I'm not trying to sucker anybody. There's someone who is always watching, that so and so when she stands up and she says a word, nobody has to say pardon. They're getting you well. So you are clear, you can communicate. There's someone who is saying, whenever you invite Oludhe to a function, she will never disappoint you with the way she's going to dress. You will never be disappointed. You will not have to tell her that Oludhe ukifika kwa gate niambie, so that I can come and see, can I really take her to go and greet Chacha? Can I take her to go and greet Prof? Is she really presentable? There's small things, there's always somebody who is always watching, and they will forever and ever stand out. There's something about culture, and I'm a victim, a recovering victim, fortunately. Yesterday when I was explaining to you about you are sent to go for milk, and on your way back you're not supposed to greet anybody, you're not supposed to do anything. There's a statement I said next to my mom, and that is the day I learned that. I don't remember what we said, but I said, hizi vitu za kitambo, they are useless nowadays. Like, ni vitu za ujinga, like what? They are stupid to me. What is that? But we say that and we do away with the values that our communities used to follow, because we are not making an effort to try and identify why were they doing this. Ninini, yes, to you it looks stupid, but try and find out why were they really doing it, and why are they still doing it? Why is it that to them it still sounds that we are wrong? They are wondering the kind of world we are living in. Try and find out. Mbona walikuwa wanafanya hivyo? There is always a reason. And to date, from that day, I'm always very much interested to try and find out why were they doing this? Now, why am I not doing it right now? Number 3, when you are aiming at something, there's an example that one of us gave us, that a job has been advertised. That is what I shared yesterday, I think, of what I learned on the previous day. There's a job that has been advertised. They want a qualification that you don't have. You still have an year in school, you're in your final year, you're out. What are you doing about it? If you're really interested, if you admire the way Shampi dresses or the way she talks in public, you are not able to do that. What is blocking you from just looking for Shampi and telling her? But then it doesn't hurt to say, just say, Oludhe, you're smart. Oludhe, I like the way you talk. Oludhe, I love your confidence. It doesn't hurt.
Oludhe, I love your confidence.
Just say that and tell somebody, I'm battling this, it is a problem. Oh, unafanya aje? There's a day a lecturer, I asked something in class and I responded. And then later on some guy came to me and was like, can you tell me how you find it so easy to talk to somebody, to talk to a group so confidently and you're so audible? It doesn't hurt. What are you doing about it? Just approach somebody and ask. Hayumi, making a mistake is not a mistake. It is said, kurudia makosa ndio kosa, si ndio? Yeah, mistake once, it is okay, it is allowed. So if you're not channeling your energy to the right path, to what you aim at achieving, then it is, I think it will say there, if that energy is not being channeled to the right path, it is going to be wasted elsewhere. And you will never grow. We will never invite you again for any program like this, because you are useless, you're not helping us with anything. From here, I'm sure even from the other universities, hata mimi nikisikia kitu, connections, those things are still there even if you don't want to say. I'll say, hey, I met Nani at this and this place, let me call her. She would still be of help. My friend, participate. You never know who is watching, you never know who is watching. Never take anything for granted. Thank you.
Yes,
Good morning. My name is Ken Moses from from Monday to today, I've learned a lot. But anything what I learned on Monday first. The most important thing for me on Monday was the tendency that you have to be with someone that you can become better. And then about behavioral change, it was actually fun to with that question because it reminded me of my philosophy classes back in first year. Yeah, about that And then on Tuesday, and Wednesday, the most outstanding thing was about self-awareness. And I realized as well, not given the values and principles and bad habits and good habits, it's actually very hard for a person to just sit down and write down all your values that you have if you are not given them there in the good habits. So I have this thing that I started at the morning. Not really started, it's like including for my daily needs. But every day I have in my journal I have to write what was the most outstanding thing during that day and something that I did during that, but it wasn't so good. It's like a surprise. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's appreciate you really want to share? We can't lock you out. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. For those who are seeing my image for the first time, I'm Wafula from the Great Mount Kenya University, Thika. Now we all have goals. Now with our goals, identify the right people who can help you achieve your goal. So, take note of distractors and preferably ignore them. And the choices we make have consequences. Asante.
Yeah. How many want to share? 1, 2. Wow. Okay. You are not going to take long. Okay. Just raise your hand. We start 1. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. What has stood out for me mostly is value, because what you value will influence the choices you make and the trajectory you may take about life. Also, this morning I have been incited to think about my deepest desires, because your deepest desires will also shape your life. All through the training has been so good enough to let us go, but the training has also treated us so good that we do not want to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Okay, my takeaway yesterday was about culture and the importance of culture. And the prof will agree with me that if we never went away from our cultures, we will not be here today discussing them. Right? So, culture is something which is sacred. And if something would be created somehow, I request the prof to talk about it sometime. If we can come up with a way of, we understand civilization has come, right? And we cannot shy away from it with us. And we have our cultures. How can we intertwine the two in a way that we still remain to be on the good course and remain to have good morals and values so that we can progress as a society without leaving anyone behind, without putting many people behind and some few people in front. So it is something I would love to hear from the facilitators. Yeah, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and others. I have 3 key takeaways which I will keep very brief. The first one was on understanding your why. Why you're doing this, why you're doing that, and why you should endure whatever you are enduring. I think this training has been mostly bringing up conversations that people normally don't talk about. They are usually assumed, and it is so good to have platforms like this to address these kinds of issues because they exist. Thank you so much for bringing this to the table. The other point was on values. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So the whole topic of values was deeply rooted in myself, and you find something to stand for. No, it's not a must to conform to other people's bad decisions. It is not a must because you have something that you stand for. And the last part was on appreciating life and oneself, because in Akufunza how to count your blessings, just count your blessings, because it is not like usichukue for granted that you are here. Do not take it for granted. God chose you to be in this exact space at this exact time for you to learn what you have learned. So I'm hoping by the end of this program, wherever tutaenda, we carry on these lessons forward, and that is the way we are going to make an impact to the world. Thank you.
So hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Cornelia. So I feel like my takeaways are different from the rest, because for me, I love the interaction. I thank everyone who facilitated this and the people who are open enough. We have had conversations that some of us have never heard of them, like especially when we were talking about sex and culture and all those things. People who are very explicit and they went to those levels, they helped us at least to be able to understand things outside there. We can't really talk about them because of the stigma, and we are now able to see what ladies feel and what really is a no-no, because here no one was being judged. That was one thing I loved about this conversation. But nonetheless, I loved values. It made me be a little bit introspective. Generally as men, we are really introspective. So now narrowing down to those values, I thought I have very many values. But now narrowing down, I noticed I'm struggling to even maybe identify the key values that I really stand for, or is it really something that I just say for the PR, or something that I'm really interested in? And then the other thing is, I noticed what people are saying here after interacting with people behind the tents. What people were saying here is totally different from what they really believe when the rubber meets the road. So, for example, they appear to be feminists, extreme chauvinists on the podium there. But when you really go meet them and have a candid conversation, they are really awesome human beings, and they don't believe in all the malices that they were standing here. So I have come to appreciate the fact that at times you might kill someone for something that it's good to go and interact and ask them, why were you saying this? Mnapata hata unamwambia, a case in point is Oludhe and Champiana and some other ladies and Bella. So we go and sit down with them when we're having lunch ama breakfast. Unapata mtu anakuambia, by the way, in my mind I thought this one that they don't even value marriage. You go and sit down with them, by the way, kusema tu kweli. For me that was profound. So it made the session very interesting. So there's something that goes deeper to Pro than who they are, something that goes deeper to me than what I have said at that particular point. And that has made me appreciate every human being and respect their opinion. Champiana believes in this. Maybe Alphonse believes in this, but that doesn't make them a bad human being. We have different origins that like we're being told, different tributaries. I don't know what made them believe that, and that must not be my own belief, but there's something I hold, I deal, and that doesn't make us to live in disharmony. We can still live in harmony. Also, you believe in that. I also believe in this is the reason, that is the reason. So I won't fight you, but we are still friends. And one last thing I hope, if probably this group could...
There's been a lot of wisdom going around from Monday, but what hit me yesterday was what blocks us from achieving our goals is actually that we fear to succeed, at the same time we fear to fail, and then we also get comfortable at where we are at. you see. But it's up to you to get yourself out of the box, out of the fear, out of the comfortability, so that you can achieve the goal. Thank you.
The last one.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Godfrey from Mount Kenya. My key takeaway was about character, because it said it's better to be a man of character than to be a man of means. Because everything that we do, in one way or the other, is intertwined with our character and our behavior. A man with good character, his or her integrity and behavior won't be questionable. So that's my main key takeaway. And the why, we should be able, as young people, to understand why we're doing some of the things. Like, why are you here today? Why are you studying? Why are you getting into a relationship? If you can be able to understand and master why we're doing some of the things, then we can be able to achieve greater success.
Thank you. Let's appreciate ourselves. I think we've not closed anyone out, and if so, maybe keep it for next time. And don't forget to practice it. Sawa. Yes, we can pray and go for a break. Somebody to pray for us for the tea break. Do it.
Oh, sawa. Ngaje hiyo mahindi kuna wenye alikuwa anasema hawana meno ya kuuma. My name is Cleophas Ufungamano. I work with the Youth Enterprise and Development Fund. Ndio tuko kwa mwezi wa World Cup. So kila mtu anavaa t-shirt ya timu yake. I don't know which is your team. Mine is this one. This one. So Red Devil Youth Enterprise Development Fund team. Alright? So I'm a team player in this team, and we work with the youth like you. Alright? So I want to appreciate this program for the noble idea that it has introduced in our universities. This is alien, but we know it is something that is going to bring new things within our university sector. I acknowledge the presence of our team there, our technical university, and the representative of MKU. I didn't really get your name. I didn't know why you did the presentation. Humphrey Mtei, pleasure meeting you, sir. And the team, I think this is the team from Live Seeds. Thank you so much. And even thank you, students. Nataka mjichotee makofi. Clap for yourself. No, tumekuwa tukiwasaidia tuko ndani. Kasema, if these sessions were not meaningful to you, hatungewaona. Si kweli? Nyinyi ni wale generation Z. Yenye haikubambi Z. Sema Z. Yenye haikubambi Z. So ukiona you have been here since Monday, it means tumewabamba, si ndio? Okay. My laptop sometimes I think iko na stage fright. Ukiona watu wengi sometimes ina tube lako. It is possible, si ndio? Si hata kama binadamu anakuanga na hiyo shida. And this is just a machine. Alright? So, wakati inajaribu kuregain consciousness, we can talk about something, right? Now, I have seen what our Mkubwa here was talking about, and Alphonse, about training. And today being the last day, this is another gadget that whenever I start addressing people, now it inaanza kulia all the time. You've been here for 5 days, right? You have been trained. So we can say that. May train you. Now, I want to refer to a scripture in the Bible, and in Proverbs. Proverbs was written by King Solomon. And King Solomon was the son of King David. So when I look here, I can see, I don't know if it's true, 2 religions, Christianity and Islam, right? And this king is relevant to all those religions, right? So I cannot be accused of being biased religiously, right? So King Solomon is synonymous with the Christians and with the Muslims. So Proverbs hata wao wako nazo. So that's true. Now Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22, verse 1. I don't know if someone can read for us.
Yes.
Proverbs 22, verse 1. Yes.
So Proverbs 22:1 says, "A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold."
Good. Verse 2. Verse 6.
Verse 2 says, "Rich and poor have this in common, the Lord is the maker of them all."
Okay. Verse 6.
"Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it."
Good. So we are here for what? Training. And the Bible is telling us, train up a child on the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. So this institution is based on training, right? And training depends on so many things. One, where? Where are you getting the training from? Tunapatana? Si watu hapa wanapenda kujigamba sana. The university. Right? Tasema sisi ni watu wa the university. Oh, the. Hiyo mambo ingine ni details. But hata tu kulikuwa huko walikuwa nasema hivyo. Ama tu spia ni the. Squeezing. Yes? Oh, tuk ni technical.
Technical university.
Oh, you're small branch. Okay. Shafi. Sikia watu wanaomba mbaya kwa.
Sitaki kuargue. We don't agree. Just let them talk. Even them, they know the capital city of Kenya is Nairobi. Technical University of Kenya. This is Nairobi University.
Empty them.
So we are looking at some factors. One is where are you getting the training? That is very important. You will be judged by where you are receiving your training. Right? Now, the name you get, we have been told a good name is rather to be chosen. So a good name is chosen. You don't say that, oh, wananiita sijui wananiita hivi, wanakuita hivyo sababu you have chosen that. Nepatana? So training will determine what you will be chosen. And that is why, after you finished your coursework, one will be called engineer so and so, like I am. Another will be called daktari so and so. Mwingine ataitwa mwalimu. Mwalimu so and so. Right? But the institution people trainiwa watasema huyu ni daktari wa UOA. The doctors from UOA. Training. Where did you receive the training? It matters a lot. How have you been trained? I don't know if mtu mwenye attend online class all through and mwenye attend physical classes all through, how do they compare? They are different. They are different, right? How have you received your training? It will determine what your name will be called. Because wewe ukingoja, like when you're in university, kuna wale walikuwa na chapa sherehe, wanangoja siku ya exam, wana translate 2 nights, wamekram kila kitu, wanaenda class. But for us who are doing engineering, usifanye hiyo ujinga, utachukua blackout, right? So how is your training? It will determine what your name will be. Ukiwa hapa, there are students who have problems with deans of students. Huyu haendaki class. Huyu anasumbua watu kule nje. So how are you looking at your training? What is your attitude towards your training? The way you look at your training will determine that good name that you call the town. When kuna watu kule university wana annual degree course to take how?
4 years.
4 years. Engineers like us will take 5. But kuna wenye wanakaanga mpaka wanakuwa career students. Do you know many career students?
Yes.
For example, wacha tusiseme. Sindio? Are you a career student? Because life is a stage. If you don't finish this step, you cannot make the other step. So, training is for a specific duration. Enter in the training institution, do what you have to do there, leave, and go and come to another stage in life. Remember that? So when, that's why unaona watu wanaproduce their degrees, alisoma siku gani? Because there is a way that is attached to the training. Right? What? You don't even mention the what. What are you being trained about? Kuna wale wakienda huko nje wanaharibu jina ya universities. Did this one really? Was this one really trained? Hajui. They don't know what they are supposed to do. Right? So what are you being trained about? Do you even know? what you're being trained about. We've been here for a whole week. Are you able to get someone who was not here and tell them, by the way, this is what I learned? Ama wakikuuliza utasema, walisema kitu mingi hata sikumbuki. Ukitaka, there is another cohort that is coming. Make sure you register. Have you gotten something from this? Right? And usually the best thing of knowing if you've gotten something is to write it down. Because you can always refer. Right? I don't think the mind has a capacity to hold some kind of information for so long. Yeah, so when you put it down, you can refer even after 6 months, after 1 year, and you still say the same thing. I think I've touched on the 5 factors: the when, the how, the what, and the why. Ask yourself, why are you here? Ulize jirani yako. Why are you? Kuna wengine, they could have come here because wametoroka the routine schedule ya class. So it is boring. Let me have a change. So you come here. Right? Then here it is organized. Come morning session, you go for breakfast. You come back, you go for after lunch. After lunch? Kuna tea. 4 o'clock. Eco. And then after 4 o'clock, supper. Who would not want to be here? Who would not want to be? Hata kama kuna kitu anapata, yeye ako sorted. Amejisort, lakini si economically. Na mambo yake. Wow. And Alphonse has taken us through the river of life. Now anasema, you need to start having discussions with your, siku hizi wanasema unajiita kama mkutano, si ndio? Jiite kama mkutano, jiulize, by the way, nilikuja hapa kustudy for 4 years, I'm on the 3rd year. What do I have? When I go out, will I make an impact? Am I join the bandwagon? Yeah, noisemakers. The other day when we were in Tuk, I think it was in Tuk when I was sharing a scripture that says aspire to be quiet. Aspire. That is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11. Aspire to be quiet. People who make it in life are people who are quiet. They are not confused with the noise that is around. They know where they are going to. Alright? They don't follow after noises. Watu wakienda huko, aspire. Aspire is a very big term. It comes close to inspiration. Other versions it says study to be quiet. So being quiet is a science. You don't just find yourself. You need to learn how to be quiet. The next line says, mind your own business. If you're not quiet, you don't even know what your business is. Utakuwa kila siku kwa business za watu. Watu wanaenda kuchapa sherehe. Of course. Watu wameenda bash, siwezi kosa. Mind your own business. What brought you here? Mind that. Achana na biashara za watu wengine. When you live here is when you realize that kumbe you are wasting time on other people's business. And it continues to say, work with your own hands. Now what go through hii life ya studentship. Lakini sa exam, you look for the best student and hey, bro, hapo itabidi uniokole. Sijasoma. Unakimbia ukitafuta applications. Oh no. Because you did not work with your own hands. Unategemea mikono ya watu wengine. It continues to say, as we have instructed you. When you are here, there are instructions on how your training should go. Go to class at 8. There are people who don't follow instructions. And how do you know you are in the right track if you have not been instructed in what to do? Verse 12 says that you may live peacefully and command the respect of those without. So ukiona wewe hakuna mtu anakuheshimu, so many things are not right? You are not aspiring to be a quiet person. You are not working with your hands. You are not minding your business. You are not following any instructions. And it continued, inamaliza ikisema verse 12, that you may not be dependent on someone else. So if you are here and still cannot make up your mind on your dependency, iko shida. You need to know what you will do after you leave campus. Sindio? You need, it should be clear in your mind. Lakini bado sijui something is going wrong. So, train a child in the way that he should go. Look at those factors that we've mentioned and assess your training. Does it fall within all those things? If all that is satisfied, then you are beginning to choose a good name. A good name is rather chosen than riches. There are people who, instead of choosing a good name, they will choose riches. Loving kindness than silver and gold. There are people who will choose gold. They will choose silver. They will choose riches. They won't mind what about their name. When you leave from whichever university you are, unaambiwa you have been given power to read as pertains to the training that you have received. So if you go out there and you mess up, the institution that trained you is at liberty to disown you. Because they trained you to have a good name, but you've not chosen that good name. You have chosen riches, shortcuts, silver, gold. Tumepatana? Sijui kama huyu mtu anaamka. Good. So when you are old, kama mtu wa 90 years akiingia hapa, atakuwa na shida sana na hizi vitu wanaambiwa. And the very little that person will adjust right here. Sindio? So you don't train an old person. Right? So you don't train an old person. Train a young person. When you're born with an empty brain. So as you live, you start feeling that brain. It is like a bag. Una nguo ukiweka, unanunua nguo ukiweka, ukijaza mpaka vile inajaa. When you go to school, education is supposed to change. An empty mind with an open mind. You get the difference? An empty one with an open one. So that when you are open, you can now see how to change it, to configure it, right? To fragment it. So there are things you can do when you are young. When you are old, that's okay. Ndio ushako kuna vitu naambianga shosho yako anakuambia wewe wacha. Hii miaka yote nimeishi. Ni nini utaniambia? Because those ones, their mind is set and they don't care. Tumeelewana? So make good use of your young age. Sijui kama kuna kitu tumepata. Have we gotten something? Ama nimerudia what Alphonse has been telling you within the week. Right? Credit department. The credit department is the one that is charged with the responsibility of financing youth enterprises. How many are entrepreneurs? Kuna wengine bado. Bado hajaingia hiyo plan. Wataingia soon. Si tumewambia kuhusu minding your business. Yeah? Mind your business. All right. So this slide I've been using it for all the activations, right? So don't mind about the warnings. Sawa sawa. So what is Youth Fund? How many of us have heard of Youth Enterprise Fund? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A small portion. So that is Youth Fund. It's a state corporation. Previously, before the new government came in, we were under the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs. So we are in the new Ministry of Cooperatives and SME Development. Okay? Yeah, so that's where we've been placed. So it is a flagship project of Vision 2030 under the social pillar. So Vision 2030 has 3 pillars. There's a social pillar, there's an economic pillar, there's a political pillar. Those 3. So we fall under that pillar. So we are a key facilitator in the creation of employment opportunities for youth through entrepreneurship. So we facilitate creation of employment opportunities. So for those of you that will be willing to go that way, will be willing to see how you can be able to employ yourself. Okay? Yeah, so that's why I'm even here. That's why I've been with this program also. Just to assist those that will be willing to put their hands on 1, 2, 3 to be able to proceed. So that is when we were established in the year 2007. 2007, where were you?
Middle class.
Middle class. Kuna middle class?
The second one.
Middle primary. 2000.
At middle
Sasa tunachelewa mwaka moja tutazaliwa 1999.
Because I finished in 2008 and I graduated in 2008 December. So it is a strategy in addressing the challenge of youth unemployment in Kenya. Okay? So that is why we were established. So when you establish something, you give it the work that it is supposed to do, right? Just like you as a student here, you are studying a specific line, so that after that, you're able to go and discharge the mandate according to that line. So as a fund, those are the things that we do. I don't know if it is very clear, but betas, unaweza soma huko? Yes, you can. Hebu soma hiyo brief ya blue. Yes? Good. Kumbe mnaona mko chonjo. Clap for soma huko hapo. You okay there? He's humble. Sorry? He's humble. Oh, he's humble. All right. That is good. If you sit there, then that's okay. So we offer affordable business finance. So we give loans to youth who have business enterprises. Right? We'll talk about those loans in the slides that will be coming. So we also do capacity building, training. Our friend Alphonse here has been doing the same. But if a time will come when you want more people to support this, then we're also able to do it, right? So mentorship, coaching, and all those kinds of things. Market support and business linkages. So we also give, we source for markets for our young people who have products that we want to sell. Okay? And then we also do linkages. We link them from one enterprise to another. That could also fall under mentorship and coaching. right? You have a small enterprise and you want to understand the ropes to be able to scale higher. Then we can also be able to link you up with established enterprises. Commercial infrastructure support and incubation to youth enterprises. So we also offer market sheds for our young people who are doing business. They're able to do their business in those sheds and just pay a small fee for trading in those sheds. Facilitating youth to access employment opportunities abroad. We've been doing this for some while, but this year we have been accredited by NEA. Who knows what NEA is? NEA, N-E-A. Yes?
Sure. National Export.
National Employment Authority. And also NITA. So NITA is the one that is in charge of training, right? So Youth Fund has been accredited as a labor export agent, right? So we just started the other day, but we're still laying the structures to be able to help us carry out the issues of labor export. But previously, we used to liaise with reputable employment agencies abroad. They give us jobs, then we circulate the jobs among our young people, then the young people apply. When they apply, we are able to support them financially and also take them through a training, right? So that when they go out there, they don't spoil the good name of the country, right? Kuna wale uende huko na wanageuka. Maybe you go to Qatar and you forget the environment where you are in. Then you start encountering a lot of problems, right? So that is called pre-departure training. Nazarudia hiyo? Pre-departure training, right? Yeah, so we just train you depending on where you are going, so that you understand the laws of that land. You understand the culture of that land. How are you supposed to carry out yourself? Okay? Yes, hata mkikuja university mnafanyiwa orientation. Ndio unaambiwa classes ziko huku, hostels ziko huku, dean's office iko hapa, right? So it's the same thing we do to our labor export. Okay, so who is a youth? Yes, hapa tuinue mkono. Yes. 18 to 35. Any contrary opinion?
Anyone who is not a man.
Anyone who doesn't look like a parent.
34. Okay? So all of you are right. 34 is below 35. So for us, we finance those that are between the age of 18 to 34. Once you lay your hand on 35, umeuma nje. Okay? Yes. So those are our customers. So if you don't fall within that, we are under no obligation to finance. Alright? So those are our mandates and the services that we do. What have we been able to do? That is what we've been able to do. Nataka tu watu watusomee. Mrembo, how are you? Wewe. Tusomee hiyo ya kwanza.
Disbursed 14.1 billion shillings to 2.1 million youth in 206,463 youth enterprise and groups.
Yes. So those are the people that we've been able to support, right? 14.1 billion shillings to 2.1 million youth, right? So we want to add to that number by including you, all right? How many want to be part of that group? Good. We hope it shall be well. Okay. Nataka mwingine asome. Yes, my brother. Hiyo ya pili.
Build capacity of 1,30,430 youths on entrepreneurship.
Yes, we've been able to build capacity. I don't know how our number compares to Alphonse. Alphonse's number could be higher than ours.
We don't give back.
No,
building capacity.
Building capacity. Hii ni kubwa. Yes, kubwa sana. Good, clap for Alphonse and team. Yes, and that is why as Youth Fund we recognize that we cannot be able to do all these things alone. So, government is limited, right? So we need partners to come in. Partners like Diaconia, Ucspak, KUDSA, KEPSA, Wanafunzi Trust, MKU, TUK, alright? When we come together, we can be able to achieve a lot. Sawa. Hata wewe where you are, you need to identify like-minded people. And the overall objective for these programs will be grouped together in families that are focused in a specific line, right? So that now you can be able to share, sharpen yourselves and move forward. So that is what we've been able to do. Who can read the third achievement? Yes?
Facilitated 11,902 entrepreneurs to access local and international markets.
Yes, so we've been able to facilitate that number to access local and international markets. So what we usually do, if there's a young man who is doing a product, then we usually have opportunities in local. For example, on ASK show, on a Kastan, right? So we bring our youth that in finance, not all at the finance, wana showcase their products. Then kuna zile national events, then kuna international events, that is regional, East and Central Africa, and even the entire Africa, and even abroad. And those we've been able to take even to Dubai, right? Just to be able to showcase their products. Wanapata soko huko, they create linkages, networks, and they're able to make a living. Okay? Yeah, so that is what we've been able to do. So those are the people that fall under that category. Facilitated 29,216 to access job opportunities abroad. So that is what I was talking about. Zile kazi zinakuja, we share with our networks, the youth apply, those that are qualified for those jobs, we take them through to departure training, then they go and take up those jobs. So overall, that is what we've been able to do, direct and indirect. So these are our stories. We have so many stories. We cannot be able to highlight all those 26,000, but we will take a sample of it. So there's a group called Olchada Youth Group, that is Kajiado County. These ones borrowed 240,000 shillings to venture into greenhouse fund. How many of us have seen a greenhouse? Wangapi wameingia ndani? Wangapi wameona nje? All right? Yeah, it's a good experience, okay? When you see one, tell the owner, I want to see what is inside. All right? That is how the inside looks like. Okay? Yeah, so that is that. So these ones borrowed that, but of course they started at a lower amount. All right? Maybe they started with 50,000 shillings. Wakalipa vizuri. We graduated them to 100,000 shillings. Wakalipa vizuri. Now they are at that. Now wakimaliza hiyo, then we're able to take them to a higher amount. So now they are leading suppliers of fresh vegetables in Kajiado County. Now that is supporting food security. Have consistently grown and diversified their products. Now with greenhouse farming, you don't grow the same product all the time. So you keep changing. If you plant tomatoes, the next time you plant capsicum, the next time you plant veggies, that is how green farming works. So the venture provides a steady income to the group members. So hiyo group wanaweza kosa nyanya kweli? Tutapata sokoni wakienda kutafuta nyanya. Si wamejisort? Mboga wako nayo. Right? So you know sometimes in life you don't need money. You need just to have some things. Kuwa na nyanya hapa, kuwa na mboga hapo. Right? Vuna mahindi weka hapo. And you just sit. You don't care whether you get a shilling or not. You'll have food to eat, right? So the little energy you have, you can expend it now to take care of other things. So this is someone that I don't know who comes from right, or who has ever heard of that individual. You heard of him, right? So that is our beneficiary. Okay? Anaitwa Mike Okot, anaitwa Maxwell Okot. He's a doctor, he's a proprietor of Rye Family Hospital. He borrowed 2 million shillings from us to set up the first hospital, which was a 16-bed. Alright? So since he's been able to grow and opened up 5 more branches, yes? 5. And hata categorization yake sasa iko tu sijini level 4 or level 4. He's grown through those rankings, Ministry of Health, right? So it supports affordable healthcare. He also employs, through that venture, he also employs 92 other youth. I know that number has grown by now. No. So that guy. And by the way, he's also an old boy of Maseno School like me. Wangapi hapa Maseno School old boys? By extension. No, we started in that school when getting a chance in that school was not easy. Right? Marcelo. Hey, it was not school. Back then we had a teacher who used to call it the ivory tower. Okay, so there's some other young man there, one called Kennedy Ufungamano. So he deals with eco-stoves, the fabrication. So here, it was a market exhibition in Kisumu County. So, like I said, we facilitate youth to market their products. So the youth also supported in product development, packaging. So those are other things that we support our young people. Packaging, branding, acquisition of quality standardization marks, right? And barcodes is the Nonaga diamond mark of quality. There are a number of marks, all right? We also help our young people to get intellectual property rights, all right? We give them training, and then we invite the people who are keeping to come and just be able to train them and also show them how they're supposed to do. So that when you come up with an innovation or an invention, you don't just handle it like that, because another person can take it and acquire rights for that invention. Okay? So when you have an innovation, you come up with an invention, you need to acquire rights for it. Those rights, their terms, I think there are rights you take for 10 years, there are rights that you take for 5 years, right? Inalingana na uwezo wa mfuko wako. Another young man there called Joshua Malombe. That one is an accomplished welder, right? And a beneficiary in Machakos County. Right now he's borrowed 1.8 million, but of course he may have started uko chini, all right? So he's for welding and fabrication business. So he specializes in doors, windows, grills. He supports the housing pillar, the Big Four agenda. He has also employed 8 other youth, right? So that kuna wakuchomelea, kuna wakupaka rangi, kuna kwenda kununua chuma kwa hardware, you know. So he's been able to employ others as well. This is one my colleague now doing, that is capacity building, sensitization. These are marginalized counties. So we are able to reach every part of this nation. All right? Even in Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo, Tana River, Kisumu, Mombasa. So whichever place you come from, you can be able to reach that place and be able to support the youth who are there in terms of groups and also in terms of individuals. So these are our partners. Of course, government of Kenya and national and county governments, private and corporate sector, youth serving organizations like now Ucspak and so many others, local and international development agencies. We work with USAID, we work with GIZ, we work with UN, you know, we work with UNDP, all those international organizations. Faith-based organizations, we work with the churches, Catholic Church, PCA, whichever will want to team up with us, we're able to work with them. So that is our mission, to increase economic opportunities for and participation of Kenyan youth in job creation through innovative, affordable financing, enterprise development, and strategic partnership. So like we are here, all those, that mission has been achieved. How is youth fund structured? Like any organization, there has to be a structure, all right? So that is how youth fund is structured. We have a board that is appointed by the cabinet secretary, all right? And its chairman is appointed by the president. Tumepata now. Then there's a secretariat. Now this is head office, of which I'm a member. Now for us, we are headed by the CEO. And our current acting CEO is called Mr. Benson Mudendi. Then we have officers in the field. In every county office, we have at least 3 officers who manage our business in all the 47 counties. So they do all those mandates that we mentioned. They're able to carry out all those mandates depending on where they are. So these are our products. We have group loans. Group loans, these ones we give to registered youth groups. So if you are forming a group, then it has to be registered. You must have a certificate, right, of registration as a youth group or a self-help group. So, and the certificate has to be valid. Right? Those ones, they expire annually. So they have to be renewed also annually. So those finance group on projects. So for example, a group will come and say, we are in the entertainment industry and we want you to buy us maybe the PA system, right? That is 100,000 shillings. Then they write that proposal and we're able to finance that proposal. So we start with 1,000. They start with 1,000 US dollars and graduate to 10,000 US dollars. 1,000 US dollars ni pesa ngapi?
100K.
Hapo 100,000, si ndio? Then 10,000 US dollars? 1 million Kenya shillings. What can 1 million do in a group? Can do a lot, see, right? Yeah. So they can start with 100,000, then they progress to 200, 400, 600, 800, then they climax at 1 million Kenya shillings. And for you to be able to walk through that, then you need, as a group, you need to have a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, right? Kuna wale wakipewa tu 100,000 hivi, hiyo mtaa itawajua vile new behave mkipata hela, si ndio? Mtu help ikiingia hivi haambiliki, hasemezeki, hashikiki, alafu ati kwake kila siku ni Friday, kila siku ni kuchapa sherehe. Kila siku
Kwa klasi yeye ni mgeni.
Kwa klasi yeye ni visitor. Tell your neighbors okay. Yeah. So the groups that will be able to benefit all that are those that money will not. You know me, I've worked in a bank, right? I've worked in Equity Bank, and during orientation, unaambiwa, young man, you will see money, but assume that money is paper. It is stock. It is stationary. Don't take it. Use it for the business. Tunapatana? So, if you can be able to train yourself to see money as a seed, all right, as stock for your business, you are one person who has qualified, all right? Money does not shake. You can have 100,000 shillings, na unatembea tu hapo unapita River Road pole. No, unaenda hivyo ni vile unajiambia.
Umeenda huko.
Hivyo ni vile unajiambia. Kuna wewe unapata pesa inaanza kuongelesha. Inawaambia, do you know that person is seeing?
Wewe pia, wewe nyamaza.
Unaona vile huyu jamaa anakuja, kai toroka. Wewe sasa mwingine anatembea kama ameshika tu. Kama ni kibeti. Wewe unafikiri mwizi hata jua iko kitu hapo?
Enda kuangalia hizo pesa. Hata hapo.
Me I go. No, you see, that is where you go wrong. Atakuwa na pesa unakaa kama una pesa. Wewe have a demeanor that is not influenced by money. Tunapata CD. Yes. Have a demeanor that is not influenced by money. You will pass through anywhere, and no one will know that. Lakini kama pesa sasa inakumotivate, you start smiling with everyone. You start touching everyone. You start eating everything just because you have money. Let money not change the way you operate. That way you will succeed in life. Remember that? Yeah. So those groups that are able to operate that way, we have been able to move with them up to that apex. Lakini wale wenye 100,000 inawa confuse, wanaishianga hapa. Then now they lose the ultimate price. Okay? So that's hata nyinyi ukitoka hapa you get a job. Na umeanza sasa entry level, unalipwa 100,000. Don't run bazaar. Because you're able to stay there and earn 1,000,000 shillings. Lakini wewe you are 100k sasa office upatikani. Upatikani ofisi. Now people look at you and wonder, what is wrong with this person? Hii pesa tu ndio inamsumbua. Alikuwa anafuata pesa sisi tunapata. Yes. So even as you live here, this training that we are telling you, let not money change the way you think. Let it be a driving force, right? Let it be a stepping stone. Let it be a bridge to a higher level. But let it not cause you to burn bridges. Sasa unaanza kutukana watu. You know, what can you tell me? I have money. Utaniambia nini? Ukienda kwa matatu na peana 1K nasema keep change. Hiyo ni utajiri ama ni upuzi? Si ni upuzi? Ati keep change. Wewe ni mjinga. Yuko mtu umemwambia keep change ashamini target yake. Anafunga biashara mapema. So let money not change the way you operate. So that is for group loans. These loans we do not charge any interest. So we finance you 100,000, we pay back 100,000. We just deduct a management fee to take care of the costs that arise. We finance you $1 million, we pay back $1 million. No interest. And our groups are any composition of at least 5 members. Sawa sawa, ukiwa 5, you can form a group and be able to come to us and we're able to support you. We focus on sustainability of the group. So even in this program, we'll want to look at, as you form your groups, how sustainable, what sustainable measures you will put to ensure that the group does not collapse when the chairman, who is a 4th year, finishes school. Na tumewapea loan ya 1 million. You see? So those are the things we want to look at. How sustainable is this group? So as you form those groups, you should be asking yourselves this question. Tumeelewana? Yes.
Interest. You have said you don't charge any interest.
Yes, for groups we don't charge interest.
How do you make your money?
We are a government agency. We are financed by the exchequer.
How about inflation? Like, because if I took 1 million and then I was able to repay it within 1 year, then there's a factor of inflation, and then this other that's how now you increase our taxes.
No, we fund does not increase taxes. Okay, we are a revolving fund, right? So there's a seed that was blessed at the volume itself, right? And when government finances us, they give us the current and also they give us funds for this. So whatever we are giving out, they pay and we give it out again. So we revolve. You see, it's like a circle that does not end. Right? And that's why we are keen. No, we are a government agency. Government is non-profit making. Yes, we don't make profit. We are just become a corporate social responsibility. All right? Yes.
What if hiyo pesa ikunywe maji?
Haiwezi kunywa maji yote. Kuna ile kunywa maji, but sio yote.
Sasa good percentage ikunywe maji. Au bado tutakuwa required to pay.
Of course tukiwapatia lazima mtalipa. Alright? Dawa ya deni ni kufanya nini? Ni kulipa. Alright? So when we give you a loan, you will have to pay. Alright? And even if you die, the loan will be paid because it is insured. There is something called credit life insurance. Alright? So from the money we give you, we deduct a portion of it to pay insurance for the loan. Alright? So if you've been paying the loan as expected, insurance will come in and pay the balance. Lakini msipolipa vizuri, hapo mtabeba hiyo mzigo. Unfortunately for us, we don't at very mattress, at very kitanda. You know, we want you to sleep very well so that you can wake up and think of how to make money. But ukibeba kitanda yako na mattress yako, will you even sleep?
No.
When you wake never have a problem with loans.
Yes.
Okay?
Sure. The duration time.
Duration. Now, 100,000 you can pay within 12 months or 24 months. 100 to 200 you can pay within 12 months or 24 months. All right? The maximum of 1 million is paid within 36 months. 36 months ni ngapi? My schoolmate, you know this one is my schoolmate. Alisema alikuwa 36 months ni ngapi? 3 years. Okay? So 1 million you pay within 3 years. But 100,000 you can pay within 12 months, right? Or ukienda sana 24 months. So in 12 months, kuna watu wamefanya hesabu hapa. 100,000 in 12 months ni pesa ngapi? The lady in blue, I can see you are cracking your mind. 100,000 in 12 months. Ni shilingi gani? Per month.
6K.
What is the monthly installment?
6K. Watu unajua sahihi mambo yako yote.
Wacha kwanza jamii niwaambie.
Kana msopo.
Yes? No, this is for group. You see, we have said group-owned project. So it is the group that pays. Yes.
1,600 per month per person.
Or per person. Okay. So they put it together and pay as a group.
8,000.
Yes. So 8,400 kakipa. Sindio? Per month. Hii itakusaidia kulipa lote 100,000.
No.
Per month. No. Okay, break it down per day sana. Ni mashilingi, sindio? Okay? So that is it. So there's a loan we call VUCA loan. This one is for individuals, but also groups. We have been able to rope in groups, they can be able to apply. So it's advanced to individuals and companies. So individuals ni wale wanaitwa sole proprietors. Okay? Yeah, those that just have a business name. Huyu mrembo hapa anaweza kuwa anajiita. Unaitwa nani? Habiba. Habiba Enterprises. Na yeye anauza tu vipodozi. Si ndio? Sio ndio yenyewe unauza? Alright? So Habiba Enterprises, ameregister hiyo biashara, and for you to register a business name you only need 1,000 shillings. Okay? 1,000? And you can register Habiba Enterprises. Alright? So that is what we call an individual, a sole proprietor. Then we also have companies, right? We also have partnerships. Habiba anaweza shikana mkono na dada yetu aitwa nani? Naima. Alright? So washikane na Naima so that they can be able to register a partnership business. Alright? So hata hao tunawa finance. Hata nyumbani tu bibi na bwana, that's a partnership. Alright? Na hiyo certificate yake ni nini?
Mr. and Mrs.
Certificate ya partnership ya bibi na bwana inaitwaje? Contract. Kuna mtu amesema kitu hapa? Marriage certificate. Okay? So if you intend to be married, make sure you get that certificate. Unapatana? Usikwe tu naishi kwa ndoto. So amounts range from 1,000 USD to 50,000 USD. What is 50,000 USD? 5 million Kenya? 6 million Kenya shillings. Alright? Ni vile dola imepanda, but it is 5 million. Right? So what can 5 million do? Okay? Crack your mind. What can 5 million do? So that amount has a component of asset finance. We can finance you to buy an asset. You can buy a lorry. You can buy a tractor. You can buy huyu jamaa wa cameras, huyu anaweza enda anunue set yote atengeneze studio. Right? You can buy a van, unaweza buy Uber. Ni wangapi ni wengi tumeanzia na Uber. Alright? So you get what I'm saying. You can buy a matatu. Alafu go kubeba watu. Mrembo. Huyu. Nyumbani ni wapi? Migori. Ni matatu gani zinaoperate kwa sana? Mlwenda. Hadi Mlwenda. Samaria mwema ni yeye. So you can buy a shuttle na uweke kwa hiyo saa. Sindio? So that now they just pay the money, the vehicle, and they only pay what is Galaxy. Right? Working Galaxy. Ama Transline. Keroke Express. Yeah, so you can be able to do that. Asset financing. So this is the loan that we charge interest. Our interest is 6% per annum. Wow. Rembo, sako hakuna sako yenye ina charge less than 12%. Money market funds. Au hata yao inaanzia huko.
6 months we pay loan is sure. Yeye ni upuzi.
Wewe simani kuelewa asikie.
Asikie. Asikie. Wala tunaweza piga. Koto pale.
Yes.
First of all, Asla Fund tunasikia ni the target group.
Yes.
The youth.
Yes.
Ni at least 500 at most 50,000. Hii economy sai 50k. Unaweza fanya nayo biashara gani?
For the interested. Are you interested?
Wewe ngoja kwanza. Before such things were before you
Okay, let me tell you something. 50k you can do so much with it. One example. Yule mtu anauza njugu. Anahitaji stock ya how much? 1k. 1k. Haya. Yule ambaye anauza fruits. Yule anataka fruits hapo hivi. Anahitaji stock ya how much? 5k. Haya. Mrembo bado tuko na wewe.
5k license. Iko beyond.
Au anataka zile za bao. They don't pay the annual.
But see kajo wanakuja wanachukua pesa from them.
No invest. Wao mchana wewe.
Wewe unaona kajo. Asla Fund endelea na hiyo. Asla Fund wakae na tachukua hii.
Pesa ni mingi. It's been over to mark it down to my town. So what you're saying about it is not as easy as you guys are saying. Kwanza biashara si 1 shilling. Si 1,000. So there's a lot that comes in. There's a lot that comes in doing business. Hii town hapa kajo ila rush you. Unafaa kuwa na permit. Unafaa kuwa, it's not as, so if anybody, I'm not for Asla Fund for youths. Acha kina mama wetu wachukue, maybe them they you ask, we are going to kill dreams. Name na kutu ati biashara ya njugu. I can't come and do Jisort unajua na biashara ya njugu. Tell me something about
be realistic.
So I was giving an ideal scenario to the example.
Just give relevance.
So
give relevant
because there are people who are doing that. Yes, and that is just the issue. And those are the people that Asla Fund with. By the way, Asla Fund is based on a research. There are people who borrow money and repay the same day.
Yes.
Most of these traders here, anaomba 1k, anaenda anachukua big pens. Big pen moja ni shilingi 2 na 100k. Hizo ni ngapi?
You see for us where we are.
Alafu anatembeza jioni amelipa. Kesho tena anachukua.
Established worker.
Established worker. So someone mwenye anaanza.
So
you can't be funded from scratch. Let me be on the side. I'm running a business. I've been there, been
down, up and down, back in school, so I can understand these things. And nobody would ever fund you to start a business. Okay? Yeah, I mean, nakupea upeleke wapi na huko kwa biashara. Dream, bring it into reality, then they can fund. I'm very amazed that they are giving you free money and you are not even seeing that. I'm wishing that I was in that category. Anyway, what he is saying at the small level. Kama the whole of this week from Tuesday, nimekuwa nikipitia pale as St. Andrew's Church hapo, kuna mama hapo anauza uji. Okay? Yeah. Then nimekuwa interested because you must be of a curious mind. So by today, she was able to intimate to me that every day anauza vibuyu 5 za uji na kibuyu moja ya 5 liters iko na 14 cups. Cup moja ni 25 shillings. You can do that arithmetic. Ako hapo tu ukitaka kesho unaweza kujama leo jioni. So what he is trying to say, there are those people who can move step by step because they are doing something. I agree with you. When you're in the class na unataka kuanza biashara, it's very tricky, isn't it? Like she said, she has tried in town kuuza samaki. Hakuna biashara rahisi. One student wa MKU who was a leader of a club intimated to me and I was very shocked. On a weekend, atachukua kabag, aende kwa wholesaler, anunue sweets za 500, packet mzima, aende Makongeni, asimame tu kwa gate. Kwa bagi yake, akona kale ka bucket. Okay? Anatoa sweets anaweka hapo. Sweet moja 10 bob, na alinunua 5. Within a few hours, hizo sweets ameuza for 1,000 shillings, anatoa 100 yake 5 na akona 500. It's ideas when we are talking about it. So we are spoiled for ideas, and what he is saying, you guys are having free money to get rich. Don't always oppose something. Akisema kitu, don't go into the opposing mode, because also in communication, as Prof would tell you, sometimes you don't want to be told what you don't want to hear. So we bring negativity, hapana iwezekani, but other people are already making money. On that day, ukisema iwezekani, na mwingine ameweza.
Let's clap for when you get out of here, just get a hawker, right? Get a hawker. There are many. Just ask them a question. How much do you spend on a normal day? You'll be surprised. Okay? We are not saying you are going to be hawkers, but once you understand, you can be a wholesaler and those hawkers will be coming to pick wares from you. But you understand what they go through, what they need. Alright? And you see, when we are giving a loan, we look at the purpose of that loan. Alright? You don't just come to us and tell us 1.5 million. Right? You need to prove. Why do you want that 5 million? Unaenda kufanyia nini? Before tukupatie. Naona kama huyu tulipatie hiyo Isuzu tipa. That's around 5 million. Right? He does supply of construction materials. Okay? And he was spending a lot of money hiring. Right? Akasema simunipatie so that hii pesa natumia kuhire niweke kwa biashara yangu. You see, so your business should be able to speak for itself. You cannot speak for your business. You cannot say my business wants 100,000. When we come there, we'll realize that business only wants 50,000. And we will give you exactly that. So we have an appraisal system where we're able to measure and gauge what are the needs of this business and what is that business able to pay. So this is Ashton Kariuki. We gave him that tipper. Let me try and you know, you people have been so wonderful. Clap for yourself. I think let me try and finalize. So that is that. There's a loan we call Agribiz. This is for those that are willing to venture into agriculture-related business. Not hobbies. Agriculture-related business. Okay? So that is what we do. So those that wish wish to start and expand agriculture related businesses, including purchase of equipment. Hii ndio nilikuwa nasema unaweza nunua tractor, unaweza nunua combine harvester, unaweza nunua all those equipments. You can buy a seed plow, a planter, a harrow, you know, all those things. You can buy a greenhouse, a hatchery, all those. So it targets individuals, registered groups, partnerships, and companies. The maximum is how much? 2 million Kenya shillings.
Excuse me, please.
Yes, I'm trying to rush so that I can.
It's okay. Do you, in the agribusiness loan, munaongeza pia, like, do you consider livestock?
Livestock? If you want to buy livestock?
Like, venture into livestock business?
Yes, there are those wale wanachinja nyama, right? So they buy, wanaenda wakona. There's a young man acha tumefinance hapa Kajiado. That is, but it's just a fresh graduate. Na akona abattoir. So he buys live animals and anachinja. We financed him, I think, around 2 million. So any business that is related, you want to start an agrovet, cereal business, all those fall under that. Yes. Yes.
Sorry? You're talking about the book and notes.
Yes.
You said it attracts an interest.
Yes, 6% per annum.
Yes.
Yes.
So such products with similar models usually ask for a collateral,
yes,
in order to, or a security, in order to, to issue those. Do you guys have such? And
yes, depending on the amounts, right? At 100,000 shillings, we take simple security. Right?
What is like simple security? What is
what are those? Simple means the things that maybe you have in a normal household. Maybe a TV, sofa set, right? And we don't take them, we just indicate on the form, this is what I have, then we're going to give you above that, above 300,000, then we will request you to provide something called non-conventional security. That is where you need now to come in with a logo, a title deed. We have been able to include share certificates. We are talking about savings. So those that will be having savings, those savings can be able to act as your security. Right? Yeah. Now, like for asset finance, the asset we buy is the security. Remember that? Right now, Ashton, he doesn't have to provide a security. That truck is the security of the loan. Remember that?
Yes.
So, if let's say I'm getting a loan, 100,000, in my house, maybe I didn't buy the TV, I was given a TV worth 50,000. So you secure the loan with my 50,000 TV. And what if instead of a TV I had a kettle?
I'll say simple, anything that you have in the house, except the bed and the mattress. And if you don't have, we give you an opportunity to have a guarantor, someone that can volunteer something to top up for you.
That's a true friend. Sio ule ukienda choo anakuwekea tot kwa. That's not a true friend is the one who encourages you, especially during low moments. Who encourages you. We all need somebody to, tell us, well, take heart. Take heart. You're gonna pull it through. Najua economy ni mbaya, tujakula nini, but tomorrow is another day. Yeah. So encourages you. And lastly, you can guess. A true friend is the one who supports. Sio ule generous. Simpson. Okay. That's why we are saying there is need for somebody to witness for you. Ushajaza. I, you write your name. After attending Education for Life, ECP at Ufungamano House, you hear specific there. We will hear all through. Hereby decide this 25th day of November or 2022 To commit myself to uphold the following values and behavior. Choose your value. Choose the behavior you want to commit yourself. That you look back 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down, you look back and say, thank heavens I attended that function. And this value has enabled me to be a better individual. Because at the end of this day, wanasema to him or she who much is given, much is expected. Much is expected. A lot have been spent, even for us to be here. In terms of even money, hiyo chai tunakunywa hapo ilikuwa ni outside catering. Per person pesa ngapi if you can guess? Sidi chapa. Na leo lunch tunakunywa mpaka soda. Hapa kila siku.
Kila siku.
Kila siku. Yeah. Hiyo ni chakula ya Katrista. Katrista hii, So it was not just to keep you awake and alert. Much is also expected of you that you are going to become a change agent towards your corporates. Yeah. Not by preaching to them. The best sermon you can give is your life. Sawa? Kuna mtu alisema the world is tired of preachers. They want to see testimonies.
Amen.
Hold it like this. So we are not all done, eh? I just want you to move. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a bishop. What bishop wetu? Jo. Not bishop wetu yule. Wafula has been a participant. Where is yours? You hold yours. Bishop kuja. Wafula, you hold yours. I want our bishop to pray over this commitments. Oh, you are testing is a Hold it like this. Sometimes with our own effort we'll go, but with God on our side we'll go very far. Yes. So, as we believe and trust, we want to ask Him just to bless our commitments through a short prayer. Alright?
My dear Heavenly Father, we say thank you for this moment that you have given us for this prayer. Thank you for standing with us since the beginning of this activity until now. Lord, I dedicate all these souls that are gathered here under your good hand, that we may help them in the mighty name of Jesus Christ to fulfill the dream that they have in their heart. There is no any other God like you, Father. They are young people who are inspired to make their life better for tomorrow. They are here for the teaching that humanity teach them. But Lord, I pray that we may help them in the implementation of their idea. Lord, let the idea that all the stakeholders and people who have shared with them, not, Father, Lord, be forgotten easily, but remain permanently in their life. Father, may you bless them in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, because of the commitment that they have made this evening. Lord, I pray that we may help them to appear on it in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. There is no any other God like you, Father. Because of the teachers who sacrifice their time to teach them, Father, Lord, to better their life in future days, I pray that we may help them in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Let them reap the fruit of whatever that they are learning right now tomorrow. There is no any other God like you, Father. In the name of Jesus Christ, Lord, I pray, trust in you.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I also want to thank on behalf of the universities present, all the deans, Sir Motegi, Prof has been with us every day. Sio tu kwamba wana shughuli. This is a great sign that wanatumind tu sana. They care about us. And we thank them for being present every day as part of this process. I also want to thank, on behalf of Dorothy and myself, to thank all of you for being active from the start to the end. Hebu mjipigie tu makofi again. You did great. And that greatness has also inspired us, you know, to march and to give the best for this week. Huwezi jua ati Friday imefika tu hivyo. Haraka haraka. So thank you so much for your active participation, for your availability, and your sense of humor that is not taken personal. Cornel hapo. Mko tu wengi tu. Mko tu wengi tu. You are special in a way, and that's why that's who you are. You remember the 5 W's as made. So asanteni sana. I want to thank all those who've been actively involved from the background. Hesbon, the first one to arrive, ensuring that everything is in place. Tumekunywa chai. And all his support guys, our IT people, our communication department. This guy has been doubling as a participant as well as na mlikuwa nasema wanaume hawezi multitask. Si huyu jamaa amemake. Anyhow, we are not so many. So thank you so much. I want you to also to, on behalf of, maybe Hesbon, you will tell them, those who've been taking care of us. Huyu kijana na clean hapa, tukikuja ni safi, tukienda kule, all that we need is being provided. Those who are serving us in the kitchen, just give them our thanks and appreciation. Asanteni sana, mubarikiwe. Kuku wa jirani atage kwenu, mayai mumpelekee.
The first thing, Babo? No, we have to appreciate Education for Life for the work well done. I find you want to witness. Okay, you are going to do that for us. And the question you should ask yourself, we have been here for 5 days. Are you the same the way you came? No. And what are you taking back? I think each and every day when we are always finishing our workshop, I always leave you with a question, a statement, not a question. You are the best your university gave us. So, in whatever you do, with the training you have, the gainings from the training is up to you. But remember that those who are waiting for you to go and deliver to them whatever you have learned from us. Is that okay? Yes. And more about what next will be communicated by Alan Chacha. But at this particular point, the best we can do is to appreciate EFL in a very wonderful way. Utatu lead, karibu, so that we take the next stage.
Thank you. So this is how we are going to applaud Mr. Alphonse and his team. So it's by the word applaudise. Oh. So applaudise. You mepata? Yeah, so you go by the word applaudise. Applaudise means clap. So applaudise. So we do it like 5 times when say applaudise. So
5 times applaudise.
5 times applaudise. So you make sure you follow that pattern. That's all. So you follow the applaudise. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you.
Wow, that is wonderful. Wonderful. Yesterday also some people were raising questions on how do we go about the saving? How safe are our savings? in this project. And I told you we have a platform called Wanafunzi Investment, and I promised that today we must have one of the team members so that you hear from them what they have for us in regard to the safety of our savings and how to go about it. And in that regard, I want to call upon Joel to take us through, just in maybe 5 minutes, all about Wanafunzi Investment and what we have to get from it. Thank you. Karibu Joel.
Naona kuna wise men hapa na wise ladies. Mko fiti lakini? So today being on a Friday, yeah? I don't think if I'll take a lot of your time. So mnanipatia deka ngapi? Mimi nimepewa na deka 3. Eti? 5. Ngapi? 5. Kuna mtu ameniambia 5, kuna mwingine ameniambia 10. So to round off ikue kama 7 8 hapo, si ndio? So wacha kwanza tuanze na video, si ndio? Cinema. Wale watu wenye walikuwa wanatakikana kwenda Westgate kucheki movie msave yodo. Small and ensure that your life after university is actually guaranteed by what you've done during the university time. By the way, I've finished my university education. The best time that I could save is when I was in the university. Immediately you graduate, you make that call to your uncle. He will not take it seriously. And I can assure you, just graduate, they will now be expecting money from you. And you are jobless. But you see, if you started saving from your first year, your second year, by the time you are finishing your 4th year, you can have money to have a bedsitter in Kawa Sukari ama Kawa Wendani. Have some money to print your CV. Have some money for transport from Kahawa, from Kangemi to town to distribute your CVs. Let me tell you, if you don't save, in fact, the person who dropped out in class 2 will become a better person than you. I come from a village in Migori County, in Kuria West. And you see, when I finished the 4th year, I went back home and I got the person who had just finished class 2 and dropped out. Number 1, he had married, he had kids, he had a family, he had a boda alikuwa anaweza kazunguka huko freely. But let me tell you, I can assure you, once you finish without saving, you'll go back to the village. Number 1, you even don't have a family. Number 2, you don't have a house. The class 2 dropout has a family, a house, a boda, atembei mguu, si ndio? Wewe hauna, unajua pia hauna pocket money, so uko broke. You will tarmac until you moram in this world nowadays without getting something. And that is why we are actually encouraging you. We have this kind of a platform, and whereby we are able to convert, we are able to talk about 1 or 2 things which will be beneficial to you. These things are not rocket science. Are we getting each other? Yes. And the more you become proactive and you start doing things, in fact, even starting an initiative needs money. I'm a founder of Wanafunzi Investment Unit Trust Fund, and I can tell you it needs a lot of money for you to structure something, for you to ensure that something is ongoing in a very effective way. So this kind of I think what we are talking about, you've been brought here together by Universities and Colleges Student Peace Association of Kenya. Don't take it lightly. And in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the system that we were having for collection of funds had a challenge, because when we started, we thought that the uptake could be kidogo kidogo, but when we launched the system, within 1 week, we had more than 5,000 students who had registered to start saving. So the system could not handle stress. Are we getting each other? So we had to look for an alternative and get a proper system. And I can tell you it has not been easy, but now we are almost finalizing, and we are getting a better system which will also be able to manage your finances very well. Kenyans use 89 billion a year on data bundles alone. That is very good statistics which was done in 2020. But I'm very sure as per now, Kenyans use more than 100 billion on data bundles. And it's just a simple mathematics on, can I even forgo a soda today and I put my small penny to ensure that I have a better future up and mbele. And I was seated here when my colleague from Youth Fund, when he was talking about you start a business ya kuuza njugu, and people booed him here, and wakaona like azin, I'm a graduate, nitaanza kuuza aje njugu. Wait until you finish university ndo utakuwa unajua hiyo si kazi ya mchezo. You will admire, utasota. Me I'm telling you know,
and that is why we are here. So,
as in, getting money, it is not easy. Getting money, it is not easy. So the better you start selling jugu now when you in campus and get that particular money, the 2,000, and grow kidogo kidogo. Akina Bill Gates never started with billions of shillings. Hata sisi tulianza kama volunteers in several.
Hey. I'm saving as a person, but I'm saving in a bank. And sometimes I don't know what to do with my money. The issue, nilianza ku save post class 8 up now.
It's good. Rich kid.
Sasa one wapi? Yes, maybe I would want to invest on something. Na sijui. I've really tried to look at whatever I want to do, hiyo pesa haitoshi. Because I would want to. Okay, it's a small story. Huko kwetu hakuna garbage collection. Na najua where I can get a lorry and where I can get bags and where I can get labor. My issue is whatever amount I have, siwezi hire lorry nayo. Na sitaki kuiweka. Juu the more naiweka, the more naitumia. So can I transfer this cash? See, but they can say the amount. Niseme? It's 0.5.
Oh my God.
Si nyingi, si ndio? Ni kidogo, lakini ni yangu. Maybe naweza taka ni change isikue from Equity Bank wanipatie anything na watasaidia tu kunini. Can I transfer that money from Equity? Siwezi save pia yote, juu sijui maybe inaweza oga. Haiwezi oga. Ukini promise haiwezi oga, can I transfer that cash to mwanafunzi? Then ula nipe loan. I'm sorry, it's okay. Then anipe loan. Nianze hiyo biashara because it's something I've researched on. It's something which it's doable. Juu huko kwetu tuko over 10,000 households. Mimi nakaa ghetto. Tuko 10,000 households. Now, if I can pick 20 shillings in each household, ni Kariobangi Korokocho slums. By the way, it's true. We are over 10,000 households. If I can pick 20 shillings from each house every week, sineza omoka. So, I don't know if I can transfer that money to ni promise to safe security. I had asked church about security the previous time. Because in a risk na take. Is it possible? Mnisaidia alafu tuongee.
So, number one, in terms of, before even I come to respond to our question, in terms of Wanafunzi Fund and your security, this fund is being regulated by the Capital Market Authority. So it is completely safe. Number two, it has different measures. It has, number one, it has the Board of Trustees. So the Board of Trustees is being chaired by McPhee. You've had his credential, right? The person, it has different committees. The Committee on Investment and Risk Management is being chaired by Geoffrey Odundo. Geoffrey Odundo is the CEO of the Nairobi Security Exchange. You know, they are one of the few CEOs who are paid well in the country. Go and Google his salary and check, right? So, and it has Professor Chacha Nyegoti Chacha, it has the chair of the university councils, all of them. The university councils chose one person who is called Dr. Rachel Masake, sits in the board to present the interest of all the councils of the university. It also has one person to represent the development partner, who is Mr. Anthony Ajinta, works for UNDP. And it also has one person from the private sector and the Kenya Law Society, who is, she's called, nimesahau jina, but everything is safe, yeah? So number two, Caroline Wayaki, right? Yeah. So she's secretary to the Board of Trustees, right? Now, to my friend here, you see, you've saved up to 0.5. That is not small amount of money, right? And I'm very sure very few Kenyans, and I can tell you for free, very few Kenyans have that amount of money in their bank account.
Never have.
Very few Kenyans. Are we getting each other? Juu eti ni 0.5 tu iko kwa bank. Juu eti unaweza ukaiaccess na ukatoa. Deans wako hapa. Prof, is it not true that very few Kenyans have that amount of money in their bank account as their balance, which they can access?
That's true.
So, in itself, what advice I could have given you that, and we had already even spoken about it here. When you are born, you don't run before you crawl, and then uanze ile kidogo ndo uanze kukimbia, right? Yes. And you see, when God was doing creation, you know me, I'm a believer, and I read the Bible, right? God was very systematic in things that he was doing. Number one, he didn't create fish before he created water. He didn't create mimea before he created udongo. He didn't create human being before amcreatie pali ya kukaa vitu atakula. Are we getting each other? Imagine Mungu angeumba samaki before aweke maji. Yeah, so whatever amount that you have, look for something small. Ata does not mean that you have to spend all 500,000. You can look even for something for 50,000. Start with it and see how it goes as you expand your business, right? We will talk after this.
Comrade Save. Invest. Comrade Invest.
Save.
Thank you so much. I know time imeenda, si ni kweli? So I want to be very brief, and we've been here for the last 5 days, si ndio? And I'm told, lakini nimekuwa nikitoka nikikuja, but even from looking, si imekuwa mzuri kabisa. I hope you have been told the next steps about this. So one, we had a plan. The plan is, first of all, is to train you on mindset. You have to accept that this is the journey that I want to go. Sio, sasa hii wote sasa you have understood yourself. You can be able to grow venye the lady amesema hapa kuwa kuna a vision yenye alikuwa nayo, si ndio? Then now from there we will also plan another training which will be, I think it's the same 5 days. Is it still 5 days? Now on investment or economic empowerment. This was just on mindset, which I believe Alphonse has done very wonderful. Then after that, now the same people, because you are officially nominated by the university, you will again be trained on now economic empowerment. Sasa hii jani, si ndio? So be prepared. Then after that, then we'll begin the journey of saving, and there, I believe by that time the platform will be ready so that you can save and you have a roadmap. Saa hii ukienda nyumbani, begin drawing a roadmap, because we will not go with you if you don't have a roadmap. So everybody must understand that this is what I want. If you need it to be panel beaten itengenezo mzuri, we have our facilitators here. They'll be able to really shape your proposal. And this is the same. Sasa after sasa mmetrainiwa hiyo, then you'll begin the saving. Hiyo saving, we are going now to link you with mentors. For example, if you are interested in the business that you've said, si utaanza kusave na utakuwa na target. You'll be told, for you to really establish this business, this is the amount that you need. You know. Then now from there we link you with mentors. Our mentors, unaona KEPSA, Kenya Private Sector, when you are the guru, the business guru in this country, wako hapo. You guys are the people who will then identify and say, mtagrupiwa in group of 10, inaitwa Jisort families. So the Jisort family, you are the leaders, by the way. The people who have been selected and trained, you are the Jisort leaders in those institutions. You will then identify the area yenye mko. Wale wako interested in agribusiness, watawekwa pamoja. Si ndio? Wale wako interested na hii ingine, watawekwa hapo pamoja. So that at least from there you also look at somebody who has succeeded in the market of business to be the mentor of that Jisort family. For example, labda kuna wenye mnajua, maybe succeed tuseme in agribusiness. That person mwenye mta identify, we then approach them through KEPSA, then they'll be able now to be your mentors of those Jisort family. And you'll progressively continue saving. The objective of grouping you together is to really motivate. So unaona vile mmekuwa pamoja, huyu anaangalia na check, huyu anaangalia huyu, are you meeting your target, you know? Are you achieving, are you understanding? Yeah? And then now the institution also comes in terms of assisting. You know, there are some good things that universities will be able to provide to these investment clubs. But probably hizo sasa tutawaambia, lakini we have already discussed with the institution to really assist in terms of now supporting these investment clubs. After the saving, now it comes youth fund. Sindio? Venye umekuwa ukisema, umeenda umesave, sindio? Kwanza umetrainiwa about understanding yourself, umetrainiwa about the economic empowerment or investment. Number 2, save. Sindio, you have a target that you've been saving. Then si uko na liquid yako, you've been saving. Then we link you now with youth fund. Youth fund wanakuja hapo sasa, wana support in terms of, for example, you are targeting maybe your business is si tuseme uko na 0.5 times 2 inakuanga ngapi? So you have now your target, let me say it's 1 million. Then now from there, using the savings, you can be able now to get the loans even without collaterals, because that is actually what we are discussing. Because where will a young person get mnajua collaterals? Nini, title deed, logbook, hizo securities. So we are having those conversations so that you find that those people who have undergone, they have been very disciplined. They know the purpose, the journey where they want to go. Then we recommend them so that they can then be able to get the money to assist them. And the way we normally say, tuko na 3 steps, ndio? You think big, you start small, and you start now. Probably tutakusaidia now, for example, kama hiyo yako, it's not actually advisable to invest everything there when you are starting, you know. But you can say, I've managed to have maybe 100, maybe 500,000. Can I take 100,000 and begin? You say, I have 100,000 before even hata kuchukua loan, you know. But even before beginning, even saving, now there is where again this program comes in. We link you with mentors, unaangalia, you do your own now proper survey, you know, you consult from the people who have already been there, you consult from the facilitators and the consultant. Then now, when now you are going to really invest, you find that at least it becomes very easy. Actually, even you consult from the people that you want to do business with, you know, because if you have targeted, for example, county government, here then is where now we assist again, you know, linking you also, for example, with the county government, you know, recommending you, just understand what the thing that you want to enter into. Because again, we want more of success stories than more of the challenges. Because the reason why this program is born is because Women Fund has succeeded more than Youth Fund. Reason ni, women kwanza wanaweza group, they normally come into groups, you know, and they are able now to work wakikuwa pamoja. Young people, it has failed. Simulikuja na ile ya group ya 10, wanaenda wanapewa 100,000, ikifika hapo nje wanasema hiyo ukidivide by 10 ni ngapi? Kila mtu 10,000 Wanasema mimi nipea na hivyo ndio naenda. 10,000 what can you do? Si ndio? And that is the main challenge. Now, as we said, we want now to really, in terms of, yes, look at you as an individual, but again have that group in terms of support. So, mmeelewa hii program. Take it very serious. This is an opportunity. We actually said we don't want so many people for a start. We want you guys to be the people who will be giving success stories in terms of this program. That's why we selected only 3 universities to assist in terms of now putting very well structures going forward. This program will be rolled in all the universities in this country, but you will be the piloting. So we really depend on you, we really believe in you, we really know that you guys are going to deliver. If you came here, maybe probably you didn't know what was happening, I believe by now you know exactly what we expect out of you. That is basically about the journey of this program. This program is a 5-year program. Tuko mwaka wa pili. Right now, actually, we were supposed to be on the implementation of saving. But because of election, we said, you know, there's some things it becomes very difficult to do, especially kikuwa time ya elections. So we focused more on peace building and electoral justice. That is why tulikuwa tunafanya a lot of the activities. Lakini sasa from now going forward, this is one of the areas that we really want to focus. On that note, we are actually organizing the 5th National Student Leaders Summit on 5th and 6th. Itakuwa UN, Manu Chandaria, and it's a high profile event. We will be having some of the people that you consider in this country high profile, and we officially invite you. It's an invite only, but I have told Hesbon, all of you, unless you will not be able to participate in this, it's 5th and 6th, communicate early so that that slot maybe another person can be able to get. So you guys will come especially on behalf of the economic group. Hiyo ni sawa? So on that, that is exactly what we are planning. That is now what is next. After that, we are consulting with the deans and your student leadership to know when exactly we can be able to do the next training, because it will be 5 days. We do not again want to interfere more with the exams. Si mnaenda exam session? Shule MKU mnaenda exam mnaanza lini? Monday. TUK mnaanza lini?
Monday 13.
Haya, na UN? Next year
we can go to the training on their behalf.
So what we are doing is that we are discussing with the 3 deans from the 3 institutions we'll come up with a date that is favors everybody, but it has to be this year. So probably, sijui, I think mkimaliza to exam immediately, especially the last university, we will then organize before hata mwende nyumbani, you are trained in this. Si hiyo itakuwa vizuri kabisa. Yes. So that so just know that one will be communicated very early, because we have to consult with the 3 deans, then come up with the dates. Sawa? Yes. And then apart from that, allow me to then quickly, because I know you will want to go home. Sinikweli, I want to invite few people, especially from the administration, just to say a word or two. Sinikweli? Yes. Then from there we'll be able to close. Because we have to, tumeona prof amekuwa na sisi kuanzia tukianza. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Kweli. Prof anakuanga busy, akui busy. Anakuanga very busy, si ndio? But he has dedicated time yake. Tumeona Mr. Humphrey, si ndio? Amekuwa na sisi kuanzia asubuhi. Actually amekuwa akifika hapa mbele yake. Many people, and we really appreciate. So allow me to invite Mr. Humphrey or come and say a word.
A lot. Lakini nikuwa challenge niseme more books that can be of help to you. Would you welcome that?
Yes.
Thank you, because we are dealing with scholars. The issue is always to be thirsty for knowledge. Always be inquisitive. Be of an inquisitive mind. When they ask why not. Are we together? So that you are challenged to discover and then you move. Kwanza tupigie Chacha makofi yake, because he has really done a lot. Chacha apigiwe makofi. Let's go. Again. Tena. Funga. All times ya kufunga na kufungua. Now, here goes, I may not go through the list because there are so many good books, but for now, you could actually get a lot of support if you Googled and got and possibly possessed books by M.R. Kopmeyer. He has got a series of 4 books which are known as the Success Series. These books have helped change my life. So whatever I'm sharing with you is what I've gone through. The Success Series. The first one is Here is Help. Here is Help. The other is M.R. Kopmeyer. And these books are so affordable, even in the bookshops. So affordable, you won't believe it. Because they were being printed sometime by Longhorn. They had an arrangement where they were printing them. Okay, M.R. Kopmeyer's book, Here is Help. The second one, Thoughts to Build On. Thoughts to Build On. The third book, How to Get Whatever You Want. The beauty with these books is a chapter is like 2 or 3 pages only. And then you can go to the other page. So even if you are lazy in reading, you can read just a chapter every day. And you can start anyways, just like the Bible. You don't have to follow it in a series. The last one, which would excite you, but the meaning is very different, How to Get Richer Quicker. That is the 4 series of success by M.R. Kopmeyer. The Success Series, the 4 books. Another book that would interest you, that would challenge you, and I talked about, you should do away with excusitis, to stop giving excuses. The speaker is speaking here and people are saying, lakini this, lakini, that one has got to go. You must think positively and conquer. That book is The Magic of Thinking Big. Don't confuse it with Thinking Big by Carson. This one is by David Schwartz. Dr. David Schwartz, I think even now he is teaching at University of Atlanta or something. He has got 2 books, but the one I know has worked for me is The Magic of Thinking Big. Other books that may really challenge you and make you think differently are a series of books by Malcolm Gladwell. I'm sure most of you have either heard of him or come across his books. I don't want to read out all the list of books. Now they are mind-boggling, but please select books which you can read because you have got to be a reader. After all, Mko University, isn't it? Mko University, you have no other business other than reading. Now, mnafunzwa business. You are very lucky. You are very lucky thank God you people are really lucky and select few. Now that lady who wants to go into business, this is what I've got to share. As somebody who has been in business many years, up and down as I said, the figure she is having is mind-boggling. Can she please move slowly? Because the problem with business, if you can't run it hands-on full-time, there lies the danger. NHR professional will tell you right now the biggest issue is how to manage people. Prof ako hapa atakwambia. The hardest job right now in the world at all is how to manage people, not resources. How to manage? That is why they are calling it HR. Yeah, HR. Ilitoka kwa personnel management. Sasa ni human resource. And that's the biggest resource, that's the biggest issue. Now, if for example she's in school full time, alafu hiyo pesa na invest na achia watu wengine, what would be the outcome? Not only will she come into my room for counseling, she could straight away go to Mathare. So can we move slowly? Let's save her sanity. I'm serious. You can't leave people to manage your resources while you're in class. You can't read. Mara ni simu, mara ni agent, mara this, mara breakdown, mara police, mara everything will be chaos and crazy. True? True. Uende pole. What we advise, can you take just a chunk of money? There are so many ways to be able to invest nowadays. There are so many funds. Kuna hata SACCOs. Most SACCOs, good ones, are paying 13%. Which means every year that kind of money can give you a lot of good return while you finish your school. Ukimaliza one thing at a time, then you can move to the other. If you are starting a business, can you ensure you invest kidogo kidogo isikuharibu kichwa? Because business is not easy. Business imeharibu marriages, zimeharibu friendships, companies zimeanguka mkiangalia. Not only COVID, many were failing before the COVID. COVID ilikuja kuzika, isn't it? It's serious. My first loan was of 35,000 KCB Naivasha. And it took me and my dad that time 6 months running up and down, loan ya 35,000. Now that 5,000 ikiingia, uko na rent hapa, uko na bibi, uko na watoto, where does the money go? Unakuta more than half imeenda in the wrong places. True or not? In a record 9 months, nikalipa 17,000 or so, nikakwama, nikaanza kwenda downhill. In 1 year, shamba ya mzee ilikuwa kwa gazeti. Shamba imewekwa kwa Nation. Kwanza mtu alinieleza because hapa Moi Avenue, the name was there. Siku hizo walikuwa auctioneers wanaweka jina hapo. Kaambia umepita umeona jina. When I saw the name there, my father's title, guarantor to, I'm from Mutegi KCB Naivasha, all hell broke loose. Nyumbani they can't understand, niko Gilgil. Wanasema nafanya kazi nzuri sana, pesa napeleka wapi? Wengine nyumbani hii pesa imeenda na wanawake. Sijui nini. All that chaos. But nobody can understand what you are going through. Are we together? Nobody can understand what you are going through. They won't understand. I mean, are they running your business ama ni wewe? They just want to see money. Now, I became an outcast. I was losing my head again. The worst part was to come because everything crumbled. You are alone, you are moving up and down. Until, as I told you and I shared with you, my 10-year marriage broke. I stayed 5 years, went back to school, went into counseling and recovered my sanity. Recovered my sanity. Now, things of course stand. These are long stories, but you need to hear them. Don't joke with life. Our leadership
that has really made this possible. Then apart from that, allow me to, I'll call the dean to come officially and close. Sindio? Allow me to again appreciate EFL. Imeweza ijaweza? Imeweza. Tumlete more, tuwalete zaidi na zaidi. Sindio? So we really want to appreciate them because of the unique style of really taking us through. Actually, the first time walikuja wakatufanya when we were reviewing this in Mombasa, where tulikuwa na PS universities, kulikuwa na director wa university, kulikuwa na all the actors unaona hapo. They were very, very, very happy. That's why ulikuwa unaona everybody akikuja wana appreciate. So you will see this face because we are happy with the product. Yes. Thank you so much and continue with the good. Tuwapigie makofi. We also have, of course, the deans. I can't really thank you enough because you've really been so supportive. And this, when I say the dean, is they have an umbrella in KUDSA, Kenya University Dean of Student Association, which has been very supportive. That is probably the activities that we've been implementing this year after they were proposed by the student. I think you were there. And then the vice chancellors were approved, and that is how we work. So we appreciate the deans through you, Prof. We really want to appreciate you guys for the good work that you've done and for supporting us as students.
Yes.
So then kuna, I think I've done already the coordinators. Nikuwashukuru sana. Youth Fund tunashukuru sana. You guys have been very supportive in this program, and thank you so much for accepting the unique thing that we asked. Si hiyo ni baraka tena. Tuwapigie makofi. Tuko na wanafunzi investment trust fund unit. I think Joel sijui ako wapi, but Joel also works in Ucspak. He's also my deputy in Ucspak, but also in Wanafunzi investment is the chief operation officer. And this is something that we started. It was born through this conversation. So we really appreciate Wanafunzi, and it's the platform that will be assisting us on saving. Tuko na Kenya Young Parliamentarian through Elvis. Tunashukuru sana. Please pass our regards to CEO. Mwambie tunashukuru sana. Elvis is our alumni. And unaona tuko vizuri. So he is the program coordinator at the Kenya Young Parliamentarian. The reason why we are specifically targeting them, we want this program, Mama the Economic, to be anchored in law. If you guys, you do very well. Kama ni Hustler Fund, where is the space for the student? Have you considered them? Kama ni Youth Fund, sunaona za hii wana review. Have you considered them? Kama ni Women, inaitwa Women Fund, ama Uwezo Fund. Where is the space for young people in institutions of higher learning? And that can be done by legislation. Yes. The best platform to really articulate these issues in the young MPs. I strongly believe that we are going to work with you guys in this space, because we are looking forward and to see how we can be able to structure it so that even beyond Chacha or beyond you guys, this project will continue. Then Jisort youth leaders, all of you guys, you are the Jisort youth leaders. Baada hapa mtaenda mgrupiwe into Jisort families where you'll be leading. You'll go and train 10 people in your group. Then you'll ensure that at least you know take through and they really understand and they have the passion. Usichukue mtu kwa sababu ni best yako, because you will fail a lot. Si ndio? It's also to really appreciate you and tell you guys, mmepewa this platform of leading, ensure that you lead very well. And then second last is to really appreciate Ucspak Secretariat. Kindly Ucspak Secretariat msimame. Where is the team? Msimameni. Unaweza kuja hapa. Kuna wengine hata hawajaonekana. Kama pale ninaona. Just come. All of you kujeni hapa. Ni nani mjaona kwa hapa? Msichana Milka. Msichana Milka. They are not saying, they are not saying.
Trying to eat again.
So, tomorrow it's time to eat. Not the word again. So, this is the team that has made this a success. Actually, in most cases, you find that we're taking credit, but I'll tell you guys, I could not have done this without these guys. And much of the work has been done by them. Mine is just to provide leadership and say this one is possible, this one is not possible, let's do this and all that. And they have done a wonderful work. Yes. So, sema jina yako tu haraka haraka.
Okay, I'm Ismail Abdi. I think we have been interacting since day one. It's only that leo tumevaa tu ka Friday. Na Friday napanga Friday, unajua? So I'm very happy guys for the facilitator. I think for the facilitators, I've never seen same facilitators taking an event for 5 days. It has never happened. And every day they're coming up with a new approach. Yeah, because in Kenya we have this culture of getting bored every time, especially for the students. So I think that one, asante sana. We are very happy. Even as we have learned a lot. For me, I've not been inside, I've been going out. Nilikuwa nasaidiana na msichana wa Milka panga mambo ya huko. So asanteni sana. We are very happy.
Thank you so much. Like I said, we actually started this organization with him. He was a chief campaigner when I was in MKU. Then akakuwa PA wangu with sinilikuwa sawa. Then from there he was elected as the chair twice. Huyo ndo aliscore 100% of this. The second term aliweza kupata 100% of the votes. And then from there akagraduate akaenda kuomba MCA, which I know ulishinda na 23 votes mwenye sasa ameingia, but I'm very sure he is very possible. Maybe hata 2027 atakuwa ameenda juu ama, si ndio? Sema jina.
Hello guys, my name is Zokrov Ahmed. I know I haven't been around a lot this past week, but I appreciate you all for coming out and thank you for the week that you've spent with us.
Tumpigia makofi. Warembo hai. Kuna warembo pia. So she is our treasurer in Ucspak. That's why huyu sasa ni pesa. Unaona hiyo bag umeona? We also started with her. She was in MKU. You know when you start something lazima utapata watu wengi wako hiyo shule, si kweli? And how I came to actually work with her, I think I was pushing her. MKU previously ilikuwa haijawahi elect a female Muslims, especially the Somali. So when I wanted to leave, I was pushing in terms of, she was a Muslim leader in MKU. Then I was pushing her to be elected. Kukakuwa na issue. Lakini then from there, tukaanza kufanya na yeye kazi. And she's been very loyal, she's been very supportive. And up to now, tuko pamoja. Si ndio? Si tuko safe? So ukiona mnariembasiwa hiyo pesa mnapewa, ni because she's loyal. Si ndio? She has not misappropriated. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
My name is Gideon Mereru. I'm a comrade. I'm a student at East Africa Institute of Certified Studies. I worked in Ucspak as the coordinator Nairobi County. I'm also working as a PA to the executive director of the organization.
So thank you so much. Currently is my personal assistant and also the coordinator in Nairobi and our bishop in Ucspak. Simulisikia alipiga maombi. So ukitaka maombi uko safe. Haya.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Good evening. So my name is Alex Mbogo and I really thank you all for coming and for cooperating the entire week. Have a great evening.
Mpigie makofi. Our official communication person na pia actually alikuja, how I recruited him, alikuja 680 when we had done the first National Student Leaders Summit. Akapiga picha, tulikuwa tume-consult mtu, then yeye akakuja ametumwa na shule, akapiga picha, alafu baadaye akaomba email, akatuma. So I was kipindi wana letter za ule mwenye tulilipa pesa, na zake zikakuwa nzuri. I was wondering, how is this? Ni gani hapa ndio ililipwa? Then from there, he actually in the email he requested that kindly, I love photography, I've done communication, I would like just to volunteer my services, just to be taking photos so that I can be able to really learn. And from there, he has been our official photographer on volunteer basis, akipiga picha, na from Sai is our official communication person in Ucspak, earning a salary. Tumpigie makofi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think we have interacted a lot. For those who don't know me, I am Esbon Owenda, Jisort Youth Economic Empowerment Project Coordinator. Thank you. And we'll interact a lot for those who will be lucky enough to continue the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Esbon was actually not a coordinator, not an official, but he was actively participating in our activity. After amemaliza, then he was looking for internship. He came akasema, how can you be able to assist us? Kampea hapo kazi akafanya, alafu tukamrecommend Ministry of Interior, akafanya huko. Those guys really actually wanted to retain him. But of course, because also we really wanted people who can deliver in organization, I talked to him, akakuja, and now is the official, is the program coordinator in this Jisort Youth Economic Empowerment, meaning he's the one who will be interact with you most of the time. So ensure that uko na namba yake, ensure that at least you have contact with him, so because most of the time is the one who will be talking to you, who will be coordinating this. Tumpigie makofi. Maybe before even the next person anaweza ongea. Esbon hata hajafanya program. Ulifanya kozi gani? Sema first
become logistic and supply chain management.
But now he's doing program, and I can tell he's doing very fantastic work. And the reason why I'm really mentioning that is that sometimes you guys, yes, your profession that you are doing, ensure that you take it very serious, but sometimes life works very differently. You know, the economic empowerment that you are doing could be maybe what you'll be doing for the rest of your life. You know, because this has given you a platform, this has given you the knowledge, ensure that you take advantage of this. Umesikia? So that at least you can be able to really coordinate and you can be able to learn. Mimi nilifanya law, si practice law. No, not that I can't practice, but I feel, one, because of the time, you know, I feel also comfortable. I feel like maybe probably I need to create an impact in the space that I am right now, because I feel like probably that could be the reason why you were born. You know, each and every of us took on a mark in this world. So that is to encourage all of us that we take this as serious as possible. Comrade, relax, I am an Time to eat again.
Good evening to you all. It's been a privilege. Naitwa Martha Gati. I mean, introduced kama mchana Milkans, but I'm Martha Gati. I've interacted actually with all of you, Piana cards, registration, and it has been well done. So I appreciate for your cooperation, Pia, your participation, how you handled the entire thing. We really appreciate you guys for even attending. So as you go out there, Pia, your knowledge, you impact pia mnashare na wengine, and make sure as well it impacts you. Sawa? Otherwise, have a good evening. It was great interacting with you.
Amefanya kazi poa, hajafanya kazi poa. Ako vizuri kwa reception, hayuko vizuri kwa reception. Kumaanisha hapo tuko fiti, si ndio? So promotion. Akwe CEO. So we really actually appreciate her for the good job that she's doing, and I want to tell you guys, unajua venye alikuja, actually yeye alikuja na akasema I would really like to really participate. Kwanza, she's interested in economic empowerment. She has been participating as a member while yeye ni alumni, I'm a graduate, and she actually said that I really want to volunteer, and in terms of supporting this program, which actually we accepted, and we really appreciate the good work that she has done and she's doing. Si kweli? And you can be assured this is the face that we'll continue seeing, and she'll be able to deliver a lot of them. Lastly, tuko na mwingine pale, Joel, just wave. Ulikuwa umetoka nje.
Hi, comrade, power. Comrade, save.
Invest.
Yes, part and parcel of this great team. You know, when you get outside and you get your colleagues have already been lined up and they're doing the introduction, you don't interfere. Ama namna gani? Yes, sasa they finish, sisi tuko pamoja na tutaendelea kufanya kazi, tutakutana kwa universities. Si ndio? Sawa. Thanks, karibu sana.
Joel is also still the chair IBC Youth Coordinating Committee. So when we go to IBC, he becomes my boss, and I serve under him very well. In Ucspak, he's my deputy, and I think that is one of the reasons that as young people we can't be able. One of the main challenges as young people, sometimes power inatuingiaga sana, si ni kweli? You find that maybe probably you can't work under sijui nani kwa sababu maybe in one space here. But I think with Joel, since we started this organization, and is the one who introduced us to Maseno. Si niliwaambia tuliendanga Nyanza. From there he was serving as a student leader tukafanya, and then baadaye akagraduate akakuja. Alipata kazi ilikuwa inaitwaje? ACCA. I actually requested him. Aka-resign. By that time we didn't have anything. Aka-resign ACCA because he was very good in kwa kuandika. Unaona hii kuandika? Very good. Mimi sikukua. Mimi nilikuwa nikikuja nituongee nini kuingiza mtu box ilikuwa at least sawa. Na yeye alikuwa ingine, nikaona the combination was very good. So he had to resign, tukavolunteer, tukafanya, tukamobilize, tukatafuta nini until right now we are in this space, I think because of the good work that we've done, and tunashukuru Mungu. On that note,
in fact, the only graduates from Maseno University in this house is me and the professor here. Yes, we have graduated, and that is why we are very humble. We are led by, and we are okay, Yes. So, Nini. Hey.
So that is actually the people who have supported this, and not forgetting the donor, the people who have supported this program. That is Diaconia. In absentia, tuwashukuru sana. Tuwapigie makofi. Those are the people who have supported this. Asanteni sana. And we really appreciate. And huyu pia sasa huyu ni staff wetu. She's an intern in Ucspak. Simama tu wakuone. So she's doing internship in Ucspak, and she has done a very good job because muliona hii youth summit yenye ilikuwa Rwanda. She's the one who went there to represent young people in the Republic of Kenya, where she had accompanied the deputy president, the young MPs, and the other UNDP guys. And we really appreciate, because that is the platform that for us we create. Sindio? Probably many opportunities zikitoka, we now recommend you guys depending with the availability. Si ni kweli? So we really appreciate on that. And we want to invite the last speaker, a man I really admire a lot, a man who was really been very supportive, a man who has also mentored me. As a young person, you have to be mentored. Somebody must be able to hold your hand and tell you, kanyaga hapa kanyaga sana, hapa enda pole pole. And I think Prof has been very instrumental in this. And the way he said, mimi nilienda tu kwa ofisi. Sikuwa najua hata ni nani, nikaandika tu barua, nikaenda akaita. You have to go. Ukisura lazima uende umekaa fit. From the look yenyewe akasema allow those young people to come, and then we had a conversation. Then he was able to really pick it from there, and we have been able to do a lot. And I would like, without saying a lot, Prof, you are the one who will award the people on. Kuna wenye wamefanya kwa social media, si ndio? Prof is coming here to award them, and then from there Prof atamake remarks zake on behalf of the KUTSA. We will combine on behalf of the Kenya University Dean of Students, on behalf of the 3 universities that are piloting this, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellors, because they are the people who are even nominated this place to come here. So, tuweke mikono kwa pamoja. Tuweke tena kwa pamoja. Pamoja, makofi. Tena. Hivi chemsha. Aya, Prof, before come, let me call, where is the list of the 3? Start from number 3. Kuna jina ngumu hapa. Something Chepkemoi inaweza kuwa wengi. What is this?
Suset.
Su something. Suset ama su. Suset. Now come here, we are going to award you. Mama hapa. Haya, tunataka kumwaward, si ndio? Jina lako inaitwa?
Suset.
Suset. Sijaisikia hiyo. So is the number 3 and bring the money please. Tumpigie makofi sasa hivi. Hiyo ni how much? 500. Prof atahesabu. Amepewa ngapi? 500. Thank you so much. In 1 second, tuambie ni nini umefanya Petro. What did you do ukashinda hao wengine?
What did I do nikashinda hao watu? I was very active. By the way, niliwa involved, nikakuja hadi hapa mbele. I told them subscribe, go to my Twitter, like, comment, like it's just personal, like ni mimi mwenyewe nilijituma.
Haya, tuko namba ngapi? Haya, sasa tunaenda namba 2, anaitwa Masika Dan. Sava imehakiwa. Haya. Mnaiona hiyo ni pesa ngapi? Prof, ionyeshe. We need to see whether that is whether iko sawa. From 34A na from 34B na amount. Haya, ndio hiyo. Kindly umepiga photo. Prof anapiga photo hapo. Hiyo si yake.
Hii si yake.
Haya, tuambie ni nini wewe ulifanya hapo kashinda.
So I think what I did, I didn't tweet frequently. What I did is I tweeted content, the takeaway, not just for the sake of it, but what I got. Yeah.
Tumpigie makofi. Sikia, kuweka content Hii by the way sijui kutumia Twitter. Na kanga hata ukienda kwa I don't know lakini I agree. Haya. So tunaenda namba 1. Huyu amepewa how much? So mwingine mna expect apewe? Hey, comrade wisdom, Haya, now we have nani nadhani anaweza kuwa namba 1. Mwingine nani anafikiria? Nani alimiss lunch kutweet? Kuna penye tumeendanga watu wana miss lunch wanapiga pesa. Haya, so we have anaitwa Geoffrey Mokua.
I started tweeting from the third day and highlighting some of the key takeaways of the day. Yeah.
It is always very unfortunate to speak last. When everybody is tired, everybody wants to go, they are not interested in listening to you. So you usually are thrown onto the deep end and you go to swim. I will not take more than 5 minutes. First of all, I want to really appreciate everybody who turned up for this. This is very good show of yourselves. Make it count. Guys, make it count. Don't waste this time. How many people are we all through? Anybody? How many people? All of us here. Yeah? 60 plus ourselves. So 60, how many days have we spent? How many hours per day? 8 times 60? 480 times 5? 2,400. Those are 2,400 hours that you must make count. If you don't, it has all gone to waste. Just imagine that. All of us came here and spent time. Others came and left. We have not factored that in our mathematics. So please make it count. Don't let it go in vain. So we would want to see you, and we thank the CEO for granting you another opportunity to be trained, and I hope to see you there. You must ask yourself, what are we doing here? For example, the dean, myself. What am I doing here? All through. There's value in this thing. There is serious value in what you guys are doing. And somebody came on Wednesday and has won 1,500. He can begin investing that money. Isn't it? He will not be the same again. And you will look at him in 5-10 years to come, and he'll say, I started with 1,500. Where did he get it from? Tweeting. The rest of you, what were you doing? See, you are also tweeting. So you are, and one time I was in this thing also in Mombasa, and I also won because I did not tweet. I only highlighted what other people had tweeted. Kidogo tu, and you earn. I've got 2 points. The first one, how many of us love gold? Gold. And not gold-coated things. Gold. You want gold. Yeah? How do you get gold? Before I ask you, I know Jaja and my alumni are coming from gold-rich region. Yeah? And getting gold is not easy. It's not easy. You've got to go through a lot of work and risk for you to get gold. And even when you have already gotten the substance itself, you must pass it through what? Fire. Lots of fire for it to melt, isn't it? Then you can turn it into shapes. So many of us love gold, but we don't know the process, and we don't like the process. Yeah? We want to have this thing called switch mentality. Tap, there is light. Tap, there is darkness. Things don't come easily. And if you get things easily, be worried. Be worried. You guys, I really trust in you because I know you will help other people when you go back to your institutions. From UON, from MKU, and of course from TUC. And I really want to appreciate you guys for taking your time and coming in. And we want to appreciate the deans of students from MKU who was represented here by Mr. Mutegi, and also Dean of Africa who came in very briefly. It's a person who is known to myself, and we do a lot of things with him in KUDSA. And KUDSA is Kenya University Dean of Students Association, an association which we were very instrumental in establishing, and where I also sit as the chairman of CS&R. So all student activities in Kenya, I'm the one who determines and gives the program. So I'm very keen in KUDSA, and I know a lot of things that happen in the universities. If you want to check, from the time we formed KUDSA, the management of students in the universities has been rather the same. There's a bit of calm in all universities because we are able to share ideas. And they say, how are you doing it in TUK? How are you doing it in MKU? How about UON? How about all the 76 universities in Kenya are members of KUDSA? And even right now, when I tweet, they know what I'm doing. When I send a message, they know what I'm doing. So if you're dealing with hooliganism, we know what to do, and we know it across board. If you're dealing with drug addicts, we know all that as well. So if you're dealing with people who are counting bodies, we also know how to deal with it. You know, and it has really helped us, because now we are molding minds that should be able to take over from ourselves. As I did tell you, we did not get an opportunity like this, but you guys now have this opportunity. And now we will depend on you to go and make the best out of this. We want you to be the example going forward, that this thing can work. Students can invest. Students can get monies from Youth Enterprise Development Fund. Students can actually save money with wanafunzi investment. And you can save money, so that by the time you leave this place, you have something with yourself. Let me tell you, you get money, somebody mentioned it here, you get money while you're still a student. And in the beginning I told you, the time I was most richest is when I was a student. All the time I was a student, from undergraduate until the time I was a student pursuing my PhD. I think when I was doing my PhD, I was the richest. I was so rich, I'm not even as rich as I was as a university student then. Because I would get a lot of money because of this kind of activities, running workshops, attending things, and representing other students. When you leave next year, for those of us leaving the university, somebody warned you, mtasota. Sai ya msoti. Sai ati munainama. By that time you will be lying prostrate. Hakuna kuinama. But being forewarned is a good thing, isn't it? And there are people who have walked that path, and they're saying, something is happening. They have walked that path, and they're saying, please, here are the stepping stones. Step here, and you will get it done. Jobs will not come. They're not going to come, I can assure you. Not that easily. These guys graduated, why didn't they get jobs? They became creative. And look at what they're already doing. Young fellows, and Ucspak is a major thing, is a major force now. Not just in this country, but even outside. Yeah, and I'm really happy about them, and they're already employing other younger people who are discovering that these things can be done. Yeah, you cannot just sleep and wake up and get things. No, it will not happen like that. Secondly, how do you groom yourself? Chacha walks into the office and I think, okay, there's something serious here, because of the way he's just dressed. Impression. The other times you want to dress like you are coming from some cow shed, or you are milking cows and whatnot. And you know, we look at you and relate with you as far as milking of cows are concerned, isn't it? So we won't give you much time. Yeah? Just groom yourself. We're not saying you have to be in a suit like Chacha. But he's a CEO, he has to. Yeah? And sometimes he doesn't like it. I know when you meet him over the weekend, he has very nice t-shirts. Yeah, but this one he has to, because situations require that you are in that case. Now, we want to wish you well, and please, as I did say, let it count. Let us meet again once we have agreed when this can happen, and we want to see you guys investing. We want to see you guys talking about investment, so that by the time you leave the university, 1 year is a very long time. 1 year is a very, very long time. By the time you leave, you have something that is going on and is giving you money. It's giving you money. One time, and this is the very last thing I'm saying, because you know, as politicians, even professors can talk too much. And as you get older, you want to say so many things. One time, somebody came to my home and told me, I need some money. So I asked him, what do you need money for? He said, I'm not doing well at home and I have an idea. I said, what is your idea? I said, I want to sell ice to schools in this neighborhood where I live in the city. You know, there's another city the other side called Kisumu. So I live there. That's where I'm born and that's where I come from. Not Nyalenda, where I grew up. I'm actually a product of Nyalenda. Yeah, I come from Kilo. So if you come from there, and since you are younger, you come from my place, eh? Not the other way around. Not the other way around. So I grew up there, but I moved from that place, and that's another story. So this guy says, I want to do business. Then I say, what kind of business do you want to do? He said, I want to sell ice, but I need capital. Then I said, how much money do you need? He said, I only need 3,000 shillings. I said, 3,000 shillings? What will you do with 3,000 shillings? He told me the bulk of it will go into sugar and coloring and polythene paper. Then I said, okay. So you want to make ice? He said, yeah. Of course, you know those things that school children love. Yeah, it's called what? Ice something, eh? Yes. But then I asked him, so where will you get a fridge? He said, the primary school, the secondary school here has a freezer. So once I've made this, I will take that. Then I said, okay. So reluctantly, I gave him 3,000 shillings. So the guy did the first one. He made, I think, about 500, sold at 1 shilling, got his money, did the next one, did the next school. Before I realized he was serving like 5 schools in that neighborhood. And at tea break and lunchtime, every child wanted to buy this thing. Before I realized, he came back and gave me back my 3,000 shillings and told me, thank you very much. This is in a span of like 3 months. He had transformed his house from grass and mud to iron sheet and semi-permanent. And the wife now was able to speak English. And they were moving as a team. They were moving as a team. Before I realized, this guy had a shop in the center, and that's where he bought his freezer and was operating from. That was now the factory. And he was doing a lot of things from there. From 3,000 shillings, somebody had transformed his life absolutely. It is the will. This thing is so individual. It is not a group thing. So don't come into it with group think that we were 60 people, we are doing very well. No, you are an individual. We have invested 2,400 hours on you as an individual. So make it count. So with those many remarks on behalf of KUTSA, because I know they will watch this, I want to say thank you very much, Deans, for always supporting activities involving students, and we want to roll this out to all students in the land. And of course, we want to thank Chacha for always supporting us. Pass our regards to Commission for University Education through your namesake, Nyaigoti Chacha. Of course, the youth enterprise have gone. Wanafunzi investment, that's a good thing. My daughter is waiting for you to visit. I will be inviting you home so that you can explain it to her one-on-one. She has a piggy bank. A crazy fellow. I've been giving her money, but the brother spends all the money. The girl comes back home with money and says, Dad, this is what it is. Sometimes she loans me and I fail to return back. When I have to return, she calculates all the others. So we thank you, University of Nairobi, MKU, and of course, members of TUK who are already here. The KEPSA for mentorship, and Ministry of Education and Diaconia. Please, when you get them, say a big thank you to them. And on behalf of the Vice Chancellors, we are also saying thank you very much. So with those many remarks for Friday, we say, what do we say? Anybody from UON? UON? Yeah, UON is University of Nairobi. Yeah, anything? You want to, yes, say something?
Yeah, I just want to thank the whole program. It has been a nice session. Some of the characters that I really need to change. It was a behavior change. And really, I learned that there are some things that I'm not doing that I need to do to implement. And I would really love to engage with them on a personal basis, like Alphonse. As him teaching, I've really learned that he knows a lot that I don't know. So I think I need to just look for them on a personal basis so that they can guide me through this path because, as Chacha says, it is not a one-man journey. It is a group of people to be mentored. And also the Chacha and the team, it has been great. Knowing about Jisort economic empowerment, knowing I'm saving with Britam, I've started saving with Britam, but I have a group of 10 guys who are from the University of Nairobi. We started, we are saving with them.
Was that a small one? It's not a long one. Just rapid.
Yeah, we are saving with them so that at the end of the 4th year, we can break the savings and give each and every person their own. So the emergence of this, it has given us a different way. We'll approach wanafunzi, we invest with them so that unique way. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, MKU. Anybody from MKU? Volunteer? MKU, go ahead. And make it very sweet and short.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Is it good afternoon or evening? Okay, thank you very much, Professor. Thank you very much, Alphonse, Ucspak, and every other official who has helped us reach to this point. MKA students, it is a golden opportunity for us. Those who are here, we are not the one who are supposed to be here. It was other students who never made it, but the chance popped on the second day. And I think it's a God's miracle. We have really gained a lot, and we are going to inspire more students. And this part will not let you down. We are going to do much. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you very much. Somebody is, yes, the president.
Comrades power. Comrades Ria. Comrades Achu. Comrades save. Comrades invest. My name is Mushoki Kirera. I'm the current chairperson of the Students Association at the Technical University of Kenya. And I would like to say thank you to Chacha and the team. You have done an amazing job. Let's clap for them again. Lastly, I'll keep it short. I'd like you to turn to your neighbor. Just turn to your neighbor. So turn to your neighbor, tell them after, or repeat after me. It is to be. It is up to me.
It is up to me.
And that calls for us to take personal initiative to push this program forward. Because if we grow and we're able to grow others, we're growing the nation as a whole. So thank you, the Technical University of Kenya. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. All the best. Thank you.
I made a promise in the beginning about Alphonse.
Oh, yes.
Did it come to pass?
Yes,
It did?
Yes.
It is my calendar mate has said that he wants to meet him personally. And he has learned a lot from him. Even as a professor, I learn on a daily basis. I learn a lot from him and I continue to learn. And I learn from each one of you. You know, the challenge with university sometimes is we think we are too smart and that now we have gotten everything. I'm a professor and I'm still learning from you. By the time it should humble you that I sit there and you think all that I'm doing here, I'm taking notes on what is going on. And it will help me because I know those are answers to questions that are coming. Yeah? So thank you very much, Alphonse. A humble man, again from also very humble background, but excellent. excellent, with absolutely good sense of humor and very rich and deep wisdom. If I were you, and I told you, you know, when you have to culture yourself into this thing, now that you're about to leave, you always clap and look very concerned when people speak. There's a hand there, I should close.
We have other universities around us.
Oh.
Yes.
Which one?
My university.
Which one is that?
This is AIU.
Oh, they were part of this training?
I have just passed by, but I've been impacted. I can say something?
Oh, okay. All right, you can say something. AIU.
Yes. On behalf of other universities that have not been in this room, but we are really grateful for Mr. Chacha and the team. I was passing by, going to one of the offices, then I just saw youth economic empowerment. Oh my goodness, that is just me. So my name is Ruby Gishangi, a student from AIU, a former student leader, but also a youth and women advocate. I love advocating for women. So I have really learned a lot.